something, and it was like, oh, he can sing. And they posted his Rap Genius, and he was singing this song with no auto-tune. And then it was like, oh, yeah, he's also a D1 athlete right now. And then it was like, oh, and he do this. And he did a little thing. He changed his range. And then he's also bisexual. He's like, yeah, I be cracking niggas. I don't give a fuck. And he's just like so many. There's just so many layers to JP. Like, it's so many layers to him.
These were good things you listed? Like, this is why you sent them to me? Like, this is why you
I think that he has his natural voice. Yes. He can sing.
All right. What number are we on?
74.
All right, fuck y'all.
That shit ass.
You ever told
That nigga sound like Luther Vandross.
You ever told a nigga I got G's? No. You ever make a bitty hit her knee? That's why y'all ain't never made never made a bitty hit her knees. That's really why y'all mad.
Yeah, we ain't heard that one yet.
Why do you keep trying?
We ain't heard that one yet.
Why do you keep trying this, bro? This your second time since I've been here.
Yo, people have said that 30 million times. Like, I don't like the song. You don't make a bitty hit her knees. Shut up.
Fuck, bro.
That's not true. Somebody literally just tweeted me that shit the other day. All right, boom. We are back. New location, emergency pod, episode 74.
Yes, sir.
This is the show about nothing. Podcast about nothing. Radio show about nothing. We are back still. Damn, I didn't even think of a name for this episode yet. You got anything?
All right, right now we're going to call it episode 74 Euphoric.
Yeah.
Yes, you guys just saw a cut. Mm-hmm. That's because it took us 2 minutes to say euphoric instead of euphoric. So maybe we'll change the name before we get home tonight.
Definitely
but we'll
a working title.
But welcome back. It is our honor to be here. As always, salute to Charlene and Miss Angie for letting us be here tonight. Emergency pod. Both got off work late, but it's things to do, man. When the goats is outside, we must act accordingly. You feel me? The playoffs is on as well. For the first time since we've been doing this show, we haven't done 16 playoff shows midway through the playoffs already. Predicted the final 7 times.
Listen, predicted 8 games. Every game that's gonna be played, like.
but we'll get into that in a second. I know why y'all are here. I know what we came to do. Yeah. So, shawty, let's sit up. Yep. Let's get the pillow situated. Okay. And let's do this shit. If you see my legs crossed, I'm comfortable. I'm in the house, man. I'm in my bestie's house. I'm cozy. This is what you call real coziness, all right?
I'm gonna sit up because I'm gonna start yelling.
I'm going to start yelling really fast. really, really fast. Unless you have been living under a rock today, you know what time it is. I wish we had the Joe Budden soundboard.
Oh, yeah, we get those buttons?
Where we could hit the buttons, play the song, and do all of that. It's coming. Give us 6-7 months. Mm-hmm. But right now, y'all just go listen to the song Euphoria by Kendrick Lamar.
Hold on. Don't she have the system? We might be able to play it through here.
And then...
it's on streaming.
No, it's not gonna come out the soundboard right. Like
okay, I know what you mean. Like,
I don't have a plug for it to connect to the laptop. But hey, man, thank you, Kendrick Lamar. I knew. So today, if you don't know, I was at work. I was sitting at work, and Chris sent the link, and it said he was like, I don't know if this is this, but here you go. Yeah. And it said Euphoria, and I said, I said, it's no way Kendrick just dropped a Lucy.
A single.
And it's not a Drake diss, right?
A single.
On a Tuesday? Like, come on now.
Tuesday at 10 a.m.
I was like, all right.
Yeah.
If this is not a diss, I am no longer a Kendrick Lamar fan.
Yeah, facts.
But Kendrick is a real nigga. Yeah. You know, real niggas do real things.
Facts.
So what do you think it was, everybody?
Yeah.
A motherfucking Drake diss. Yeah. Ish. Take it away.
Okay, I'll give you my perspective because I had shout to my parents. My parents came back from Mexico the other day, so
salute to the parents.
I was with them yesterday. We're all adults now. It's fun hanging out with your parents.
It is.
I was a little drunk, so I slept in. I ain't gonna lie. I woke up at like 11. So I was checking my phone. I was getting ready to go, start my work, and then my phone started buzzing. I was like, damn, it had to be it. Like my phone was ringing, and I was like, people don't be calling me. Like, niggas know not to call me at 11. So I look over, and I was like, all right, we're going to do the reaction. I was like, yo, I'm going to hit Daniel. I'm finna go 0 dark 30. I'm not in no chats. I'm not on Twitter. Fam, I got this another sidebar, but I got a HomePod now. So I'll be texting on the HomePod. I was working and somebody started texting the lyrics to my HomePod.
And
so,
it started reading.
No, she's reading the lyrics. She's reading the
crazy.
lyrics, and I hit damn. I'm like, bro, I can't do it, bro. I gotta listen now. I gotta hear this shit, and man, it's so up. It's so up.
Yeah, this is what we live for, man. I tweet every time somebody drop a song, say anything. I love this rap shit, and I swear y'all don't love this rap shit like I do.
Especially today, I realized that because a lot of them started like, y'all just don't love this.
Y'all
shit,
don't
bro.
get it,
Y'all just don't love
and
this shit,
that's a big
Yep.
message I want to push today. Is that some of you just won't get what's going on
And
right
it's
now,
not for you.
and
too.
it's
I told
really
Trey that
not
earlier.
for you.
It's if you don't get it, you're not supposed to get it on your
It's
first.
not
listen.
for you, and it's okay.
It's not supposed to be. Oh yeah, I heard it once. Ha ha ha. Like no. It's so many double, triple, quadruple entendres on this bitch. It's ridiculous. Like just the density of it. It's been out like 12 hours. We still don't know all the stuff. Like I was figuring stuff out on the way here listening to it.
I did the Rap Genius breakdown, went through, read all the lyrics. I got the lyrics in the phone, all ready to go. So really, first reaction I wanna ask to get a question to flow. Were you disappointed? Because I know you. We've been here. We've been talking about this nonstop. Our whole thing is like, who's gonna drop the first nuke? Yeah. And when Drake responded with push-ups, we was like, okay, it's on Kendrick to drop the nuke because he started this with like that. Yeah. But some people's critique was, our reasoning for it was, hey, Kendrick don't gotta drop a nuke because Kendrick hasn't dropped a solo song. Yeah. I understood both perspectives. I'm selfish. Right. I am very selfish. Right. I want Drake to drop another little a half nuke, and Kendrick drop a half nuke, and then Drake drop a full nuke, and drag this out 5-6 songs. Let's get EPs out of this. Fist fight, bro. Like this shit should be going on to the end of July, like 4 or 5 songs. So selfishly, I'm okay with what happened. How do you feel as someone who has been waiting for a nuke, especially towards Drake?
As a TDE nigga, as a Kendrick nigga, and I really want to like chop this up from one of our old episodes talking about this. I loved it, especially just we talked about the tone, how you talk to niggas, what you're saying. What I really loved about, like, we gonna get into the lyrics. He really hate that nigga, bro. Like I told you, he really don't like that nigga. It's not no industry beef. It's no everything Drake is. He is the opposite. He hates that nigga. Right. And the DMX flip from the interview, that shit is so funny, but like, it's real. He really don't like that nigga. Yeah. Like, and that was super evident. It wasn't no like, I'm speechless damn near. I ain't gonna lie. We had 8 hours figuring shit out. I'm speechless.
I went into the diss originally, and I was like, my first reaction was, okay, all right, cool, because. You know, I always talk about the worst thing you can do especially as a fan, is to set expectations for something. Right. Especially musically, because you're really not going to be able to, they're not going to be able to match the expectations you have. Very seldomly are they. The same thing if you're going to see a movie and you listen to, this is the best movie you'll ever see, and now you got best movie you'll ever see standards in your head, and it's just not going to live up to that initially.
Shout out Logan.
So of course, I had to listen to the song a couple times, and by that third listen, I said, okay, I see what's happening. And Kendrick is the boogeyman of rap right now. Yep. And the beauty in the boogeyman versus the number one artist in this right now is they both ironically have a lot to lose morally. Yeah. Integrity-wise.
Yeah, internally.
Yeah. But they don't have much to lose career-wise because they are who they are. This is Kendrick Lamar and Drake. Let's be honest. This is 2 of the 10 greatest rappers ever. Right. Kendrick is playing this like this means more to you internally than it'll ever mean to me. Yeah. Which is why he's able to jump off the porch and not say a word. Right. For 3 weeks, 4 weeks, a month almost. Yep. And then drop a song on a Tuesday And although the main critique is everybody has said the same thing Kendrick has said, shut up.
Yeah, no, that shit is crazy.
Just shut up.
Listen, I'm not gonna say no names. There's a couple niggas that said that shit. I'm gonna let y'all rock out. But the density of this song, to say you know everything that's like he said, I know you're capping because I didn't know everything. We have been documenting this beef before it was an actual thing. Like, we were documenting this beef in 2021, 2022, talking about how much these niggas don't like each other. And there's still new things coming out each. Like, the bars are just so layered. I hate that. I hate that.
And Kendrick knows this will affect Drake's pride.
Oh yeah.
And I've been repeating for 3 weeks now, 3-4 episodes in a row now. They're not attacking anything Drake does musically. Because what are you gonna say?
Right.
What are we gonna say? All right.
Yeah,
we don't think
I like the singing Drake.
I
like it.
My nigga, he got 100 number ones. Obviously,
he said,
he's
yo,
good.
keep me doing the dances, waving my hands. We cool.
Yeah, like,
Drake, nigga.
Bro, you're good at what you do.
Yeah.
But you got too big for your britches.
Yeah, facts.
And this culture that we let you into, you're now acting like you Teflon.
Right.
You now acting like we beneath you.
Right.
Like we wasn't all on the same level. Like Wayne, Ross, Cali, Hove, and so forth and so on didn't bring you in this game and put you on their shoulder
and teach you how to
be you.
Yeah.
And then like me, you, Rocky, and so forth, the Weeknd, Cole, so forth and so on, were on tour together, learning how to be something, wanting, dreaming to be where you are, and now you get where you are, and you shitting on niggas.
Yeah.
You sending cease and desist to niggas that was your partners.
Yo, another cease and desist came out.
You asked me to get on a song. I say no. I got a song coming out that's hot, that you know what it sound like. You know what me and Pluto sound like. Yeah. And now you send a cease and desist for it. Mm-hmm. That's not the nigga that we gave the swag to.
No.
But
you know who it is.
But what Kendrick did, that was where I was initially like, Kendrick, you're supposed to go for the head. You're supposed to go for the neck. Yeah. It's like, nah. Let him make that move first, because this gonna eat him up more than it's gonna eat me. What did Kendrick say? Some Kendrick said that was very important.
My life?
You think this my life?
This my life?
This not my life, dog.
Yeah.
I'm out golfing with my wife and my kids.
You think I'm looking for dirt? Nigga, in my life. Listen,
so what's so important is Kendrick is making Drake jump off that porch, because if Drake does not respond, he loses. Just like he lost to Pusha T.
Gotta respond.
Same thing. He has to respond. If Drake don't come with the nuke, you lost. Yeah. It's soft. Why you scared to go after the nuke? Do you even have anything to say to Kendrick?
Right.
And Kendrick is in a position like, all right, he don't respond, I win. Mm-hmm. He respond with the nuke. It sounds like Kendrick confident enough in what he been and who he is. The nuke can't be nothing I can't rebuttal from.
Yeah. It's like, yo.
So he put the ball in Drake court.
Yep.
And I personally right now think Drake is at a disadvantage. Your go.
I think right now, shout out to my boy Buddha who was talking about it. Buddha is a huge Drake fan. So we be arguing about it. He said, man, it's 14-21. 10 minutes left in the fourth.
Type shit.
And Drake receiving the kickoff.
Type shit.
You gotta score. You can't. Listen, right now you are down. No matter how we score it, niggas call it 1-0, niggas call it 2-1. Even if we don't count like that as a round, I'm taking this shit over push-ups. Solely because, fam, it's 6 minutes of pure bag work. 6 minutes of pure bag work. Niggas wanted bars. Niggas wanted triple. The Crody shit at the end. I got a nigga in Canada. Shout out my boy Tyrell. He be sending me like the funny Canadian slang shit. That shit is a triple entendre, bro. That nigga said, tell me if you cheesing, we could do it on camera, like a picture. Mm-hmm. But in Canada, cheesing mean mad. So tell me if you cheesing, we could do it right now on camera. And from the last verse, the Pet Cemetery shit, this nigga cat named Crody. This nigga is sick. He talking about killing everybody, bro. Like, it's so much shit in this disc. It is fucking ridiculous, bro. It's been 12 hours. You know what I'm saying? It's so much shit in there that niggas don't even know yet, bro.
That's crazy.
The Parkinson shit with Jay Prince?
The Parkinson shit is crazy.
Because I'm Parkinson. It is so. It's just pure bag work. It's like he's called. If it really, they said it's a daylight said it's a 19-minute version. I don't know about all that, but it really feel like he's called ISO on this nigga for 20 minutes.
Daylight really sat and watched film of them Kevin Gates interviews.
Yeah.
Because that nigga be lying.
That nigga be saying, man, if Kendrick got in there for 20 minutes, I know 5 minutes of that shit better never come out. He probably got on some crazy shit. Like, he went off the rails. Like, it's some shit that'll never come out.
The engineer pushed in and was like, hello?
Whoa.
You good in there, twin? But
You know, so white engineer. Whoa. Man.
All right. Score-wise. See, we're talking about score. I love that 14-21 analogy because I like that analogy because 1-0 isn't fair to me. Like, it don't seem like 1-0. It don't really seem like 2-1. It seemed like they in the game, and Kendrick just scored a touchdown. Like, that's really what it feel like. It don't seem like he won anything. It just feel like he scored a touchdown, and like you said, Drake got to come back now. Now, I do 100% feel if Drake does not deliver, as I just said, with a nuke, something heavy hit, it don't got to be the nuke he got, but it got to hit.
Yeah, he got to get in a bag.
It got to hit, and it either has to be one of two things. And this is something else I really like that Kendrick did. The keep making songs that make me dance and we'll be okay line is very, very, in my opinion, I might be reaching with this, but it's coded. Because it's like, all right, so now your diss either got to be 6 minutes of you rapping, or you just going to play into right the one he said.
Right.
You going to make another dance record so we can play it in the club.
Right.
Because you know you can make a club record and you know you Drake, so your fans is going, for lack of a better term, dick ride whatever you do. Right. So they gonna be in the club. The hoes gonna be in the club singing along to what you do. Mm-hmm. But I just told you to keep doing that, and we gonna be okay.
Yeah, cool.
So I do like that point. I do like that angle that he took. I think Kendrick was very, very surgical with this disc.
Oh yeah.
It was like you said, it's a lot of things we haven't caught, but I think he, tactician wise, like as a war general, he played this smart by what he was saying.
It's almost unsettling how much he don't like this nigga, bro. Mm-hmm. Like, hold on, shout out to my nigga Jonathan. Jonathan sent me this shit on Instagram. I didn't even fucking realize. That what is that? That remember? Is this the beginning? Fuck, we probably gotta cut that. All right, let's try it again. Jonathan sent me this shit. That shit right there. Mm-hmm. That's from
Remember?
It's just so much little bag work. Like, I just hate this nigga so much. It really reminds me of, like, because we're talking about sports, music. They I think it was Undisputed. Ray Lewis went on before the Jags Patriots divisional game, and one of the safeties was talking shit to Tom Brady, something like that. He said, to beat a master, you gotta study a master. You gotta become a master. And you can tell Kendrick knows he's on that level or above Drake. He is breaking this nigga down on so many different levels. Like, people was like, the son shit. Niggas like, well, you know, they already talked about Adonis' son. Like, you don't know nothing about that. Fam, he's talking about Drake. He talking about Drake. He had no dad. He not talking about just Adonis. He talking about both them niggas, bro. Y'all don't know nothing about that. Like, it's so crazy. Like, this is what rap is.
Yeah.
This is like the essence of rap. Just straight bag work, triple, quadruple. Yeah, and you know, listen, I know niggas, they hate the voices, they hate the flows. But fam, that energy in there is with the shit.
And as you listen to, so I do want to talk about the song in general. Yeah. Because where I do think Drake wins half a point in this if Drake made a better song per se. For sure. But that is on the back half of requirements for a diss song, in my opinion,
Right.
is a replay value. But we here to listen to this 3-4 times, 8 times in the day it come out, and 6 times the next day. And if I never listen to that song, I don't care.
Nah,
like how many times do you run around?
Sparingly listen.
Yes, it's like, hey, I'm in that mode. Like, let me go through all the diss songs
and
ever.
this is how I know you're right, because I am one of them weird niggas who just be riding around listening to Ether and shit.
Yeah.
Listening to diss songs, and like if we hooping and I play a diss song, niggas be like, "What the fuck?" Like,
yeah.
Like, what's wrong with you? Like, yeah, nigga. Like,
yeah, diss songs are not meant to be listened
Right.
to just in a regular setting. Like, you're not cutting this on around some hoes. That's okay. What I do think Kendrick, where I do think Kendrick lost a point is, and not from everybody. This isn't from everybody. This is a personal point. I do think he should have added one more old shit jab in there.
Yeah.
That is the only, that's the main critique I have from this, is that there's no oh shit jab. It is more of the same of going after his character, a lot of double, triple entendres. Why I don't care that it's repetitive is because he went after Drake's character better than anybody else did it.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to have the argument that if you gave Ross 6 minutes, he could have done the same thing, sure, but Ross didn't do that, so we're not having that conversation.
Right.
I think he did a masterful job executing what he was trying to executing, but if you're going to start this, I do think you should be the first person to at least halfway take it there. To that you say what?
right. I definitely agree, and I think it's gonna sound a little corny, especially from the Kendrick fan, but I think a lot of shit on this one's gonna make sense on the next one.
Later. Okay.
Like, I think I think he dropped a bar about back to back. I'm gonna come back to that.
Yep.
He talked about nigga fucking trannies. He's talking about that. It was
that was weird.
The,
That was
the sex assault charges, the 500K shit. It was a lot of like, and then he was like, "Yo, don't take it there."
and the keep on.
And then he was like, "Listen, don't take it there because I will." Like, and and what you said about this shit not being Kendrick life, I think is so important because listen, every time a song drop, niggas find out just a little more weird shit about Drake. I listen, if it's true, I don't know if Drake respond. If it's true, I don't know if Drake respond, and that is my fear. That I think, transparently, that's probably my biggest fear right now, is that there's something actually in the closet with Drake, and that I'll need to stop listening to him as much, and B, he's not gonna respond because he don't want niggas to know. What do you think?
I don't think Drake can do that, bro. I don't think he can because, again, and I have to keep reiterating this point because the Drake fans like kind of are confused about what's going on right now.
Yeah. Because
like academics just tweeted, bro, Drake up 1-0 because that song getting hit and this ain't whatever, boom, boom, boom. But Act know what's happening. Yeah. Act loved Drake. And Act got a relationship to uphold. He got to end with his favorite rapper ever, so he can never say anything wrong. Right. But a lot of people are going to follow Act because that's who they go to for their hip-hop. So they not going to really understand what's going on with Drake and why he's being attacked in this way. But for the people that this matters to, like you just said, this is what rap is. Yeah. To us, this is what rap is. Oh God. To them, to the niggas who be loving Drake, who be at them shows singing non-stop with every word. Them niggas in your mentions today, and on my boy mentions today, they don't really understand what's going on. Yeah. But oddly enough, in this battle, I don't think that's who Drake is trying to appease. No. And because of that, I don't think Drake cannot respond because he lost if he does. Yeah. And you can't go from Teflon to Teflon to Meek the way you treated Meek to the next two niggas that's on your level. And Pusha not even really on your level. Yeah. He just battle-wise, he on your level.
I'm so glad you said that. Shout out fucking for real.
And Kendrick is your competitor, your number two. Like, you are 1 and 2, like Kobe and Bron, all of that.
Literally.
And you gon' you gonna curl up and hide when he drop his first diss song? Because think about this. This is his first solo song. This is new, directed at you, brand new, and you tuck your tail and hide at the first sight of that.
Fresh out.
He can't.
Fresh
he can't
out the oven.
He literally cannot.
And that. Listen, I'm glad you mentioned that. Like, fam, this is all for you. Type shit. I sat down, I baked this cake, I put exactly the right flavors I want you to, and that's probably my biggest takeaway from it, was like, to sum it up, this is a rapper's diss track. He didn't write this so niggas on Twitter could go, got him. No. Yeah. He wrote this shit so when Drake hear it, that shit hurt.
Yes.
Shit that only Drake get.
And the niggas in the culture, as he said, I'm what the culture is feeling, Slime.
Yeah.
Like, I'm what the real niggas is feeling.
They think I'm right.
And that's who matter to you. Yeah. It's a reason on ignorant shit you said I'm getting hood love and I ain't even talking street shit. It's a reason you spoke about all Drake's records from 09 to 2012, 13-ish, always spoke about, I'm that nigga, but I'm still getting street love. The bitches love me, but the niggas know I'm real too. Blah, blah. It was always something about how he got the validation from the hood.
Drug dealers living vicariously through me.
You feel me? Yep. He always felt he had that validation from the hood, and as I said last episode, you got to be a rapper. Yeah. Unless you Eminem, unless you Mac Miller, you gotta have that validation from the trenches. Our niggas is never gonna believe you. Niggas is never gonna take you seriously. And that was the thing about Drake, is niggas started to take him seriously once he got around the guys we've been mentioning for 2 episodes. And now we making you look like, hey shorty, I don't care how many millions you got. You still that bitch ass nigga we met 10 years ago.
And Kendrick the perfect nigga to do it.
The perfect nigga to do it.
Kendrick the perfect nigga to do it. And like the tone in this was so beautiful, because I'm glad you mentioned the first shit. I almost forgot it. It was like, he just sick of this nigga, bro. He just tired of dude. Like, he talked about him and J. Cole kissing on stage and shit. Like, he just tired of seeing this nigga run around like he Pac, bro.
That's what
like,
I'm
why
saying.
Are you dissing Pharrell? Kendrick got it with you, nigga. Like, I love that shit. He gave you and I think the biggest thing was, I remember before we were talking about timelines, like, and you mentioned Kendrick take a long time to make a song. This shit gotta be new. This shit is definitely after push-up. So it's
1,000,000%.
Been 3 weeks. And I also, and I want your opinion on this, there was no timeline mentioned. There was no days, and then there was no, I heard this. It was none of that. Mm-hmm. How long do you think, because Drake just texted Act that he'd see him soon or some shit like that on the stream or da-da-da. How long do you think it's going to take?
Drake is responding by Sunday night.
Okay.
At the latest Tuesday. It's not getting further than 7 days, but I think it's coming. I think it's coming Saturday. Okay. I think Saturday, Ack will tell you he's going back on stream and he got the Drake this, and he will premiere the Drake this, and it'll be out Saturday night. That is what I truly think, because Drake is the one that started the, where you at? You got to respond. Where you at? Where you at? Because he started that, he has to continue to uphold that. So I do believe Drake will be coming in the next 7 days, at a minimum.
That is why I ask.
At a maximum, I mean.
Because Kendrick said he's going to come back to that back-to-back shit. I brought this out the first time after like that, when nobody nobody knew what was gonna happen, nobody knew what J. Cole would do, nobody knew what Drake would do. Is it possible Kendrick back to back him
and drop again before he dropped?
Yeah. Because if he do, he know it's over.
Yeah, I could definitely see Kendrick back to backing him, because I think Kendrick would definitely back him, because Kendrick dropping 2 songs so crazy, Drake never even respond, counts as a bigger win than him just beating Drake song for song.
Right.
If you make it to the point where you drop 2 solo songs and we never hear a response from Drake, dog, you Teflon. Can't nobody say shit to you. You went to the biggest rapper in the world and made him tuck his tail and go hide in Turks.
Both of them.
Yeah.
Both of them.
Nah, I could definitely see that being a strategy.
Yeah, both 100%. Shout out J. Cole too.
Oh, facts.
Shout out J. Cole. Listen, J. Cole, you're a funny guy. Because this was like 6 minutes 20. You know it was gonna be 40 seconds on there for you. You know that last 40 seconds. Yo, he said it was a 19-minute. Drop the Snyder cut. I need to hear all that shit for real.
Okay, to the people that are under the impression that Drake's diss can't fully count towards Kendrick because Drake was dissing 15 niggas on the song, What do you say to that opinion?
No. I feel like, especially once beef had been started, I think any response, I think it should count 1,000%. 1,000% it has to count. Just because he has so many niggas to talk to. I wasn't gonna drop like 5 minutes for Kendrick and then 3 minutes for Ross and then all them niggas respond to me at one time and I gotta do this all shit. No. I'm gonna drop one song for everybody. If somebody else say something, like, I'm gonna group y'all up. But if one of you niggas say something again, we can get it up too. But I think it was so much was Kendrick focused, kind of like the theme of the 50 push-ups, the drop, and at the end, I think he kind of kept it like close enough for it to count to Kendrick.
Agree. That is why I still do believe that there is no winner. Buddha, salute to you, because that 14-21 analogy is a perfect way to describe that. I just think Kendrick upped the score a little bit. Right. They was tied for a second. Kendrick went and scored a touchdown long drive.
And I'm ready to see Drake's counter punches. I'm definitely ready to see Drake's counter punches because it's definitely different jumping off the porch than counter punching. Because Kendrick just this is a lot of that song was counter punching. I like the Wayne bar, I like the Pusha T bar, I like all that shit, like the AI, the Ghost. But now we get Drake's turn to respond. Like, and he gets to, maybe we'll see his splits, maybe, whatever he's gonna talk about with Kendrick, like maybe his personal life. That's what Kendrick thinks he's gonna talk about. But I'm really not sure. But I'm definitely ready to see Drake be able to take it from like, all right, that's what he got. Let's respond.
What was your favorite bars or some of the favorite punches on the Kendrick diss record? If you need to pull up the lyrics to do that.
This not even like a bar, but like I'm such a tone guy, like especially through the flow of the song. Like the Crody bar itself, like the scheme is probably my favorite just scheme wise. But like the shit I've been repeating is like, oh, you don't want to work with me no more, like.
He got sassy on it. He was getting sassy on it.
Oh, you mad? You don't want to work with me no more.
All right. The integrity tactic Drake, my favorite thing he said was the part about his son towards the end. Y'all think all my life is rap. That's whole shit. I got a son to raise. But I can see you don't know nothing about that. Waking him up, know nothing about that. And telling him to pray, knowing nothing about that. And giving him tools to walk through life like day by day, knowing nothing about that. Teaching them morals, integrity, discipline. Listen, man, you don't know nothing about that. Like, he is breaking him down like, nigga, you can't even teach your father, you can't even teach your son how to have integrity because you don't got integrity in yourself. Because
your dad didn't give you none either.
Because your dad didn't give you none either, nigga. Come on, man.
Yo, that shit
crazy, man. Bro. That's crazy, dog. And but you can give me a few more pauses before I get into the next conversation I want to get into, which is the most important conversation to have. Also, this ain't a 20v1, it's a 1v20. If I gotta smack a nigga smack niggas that right with you, bring them out too. I clean them out too. Tell Beam he better stay right with you. And I'm battling Ghost or an AI nigga feeling like Joel Osteen. Yeah. That is a crazy. Yo!
Okay, my favorite just one bar shit, gotta be the Future line. Gotta be the Future line. The everybody demons till you get hit with a throwaway. Future middle name Demon, nigga made throw like just it's no wasted movement. It's no wasted effort. Yachty got a shot too. He said, I don't care who you hanging with. Like that. Oh my god.
And that Joel Osteen bar is so crazy because niggas be making AI shit of Joel Osteen, but it's also a movie about robots taking over the world or some shit with an actor named Joel something, and it's a double entendre on both their names because he don't know if he battling a ghost. Because the movie was about Ghost with the dude named Joel, and they be having Joel Osteen do a bunch of AI shit because he's a mega dog. Like that shit is so crazy. I think a perfect thing you said was that there's no wasted movement in this. Every bar means something. Every single thing is no wasted movement. I'm knowing they call you the boy, but where's the man? Because I ain't seen him yet. Matter of fact, I ain't even bleed him yet. Can I bleed him back? When I see you stand with Sexy Red, I believe you see two bad bitches. I believe you don't even like women. That's real competition. You might pop ass with them. My nigga.
I got a Benjamin and a Jackson all in my house. I'm Joe, okay? Yo, shout out Joe Jackson, bro. It's...
My nigga, Benjamin Andrew Jackson, that's a $20, $100 bill.
Yeah.
My nigga, come on, dog. Come on, what is this nigga doing, bro? This is... Man,
I love him to death. And in 8 bars, I'll explain shit. And then 8 bars later, it's the Melly reference.
come on. Come on, man.
I don't know, man.
Oh my God.
I can't believe this shit.
I love him saying that he like Drake with the melodies. That's my favorite thing. Like some of your shit hard. Like,
Yeah.
that shit that be in the club be hard.
It's funny because the songs together, melodies. It ain't no rap shit.
And then the fuck all that pushing P. Let me see you push a T. You better off spinning again on him. You think about pushing me. He's Terrence Thornton and I'm Terrence Crawford. Yeah, I'm whooping feet. Terrence Thornton is Pusha T, niggas. If y'all don't know that, that's Pusha T's real name is Terrence Thornton. Terrence Crawford is a boxer. Whooping feet is some LA slang for beating a nigga out his fucking shoes. That nigga is crazy, man.
He's nuts, nigga.
It's crazy,
Bro,
dog.
It's the best rapper ever. I mean, what do I call it? Like,
All right.
That is some of the best rapping I've ever heard, and it's a diss.
He's losing his mind, dog.
It's like it's the clip at the beginning. The fucking oh my god, what is dude's name? What's the comedian name? The Richard Pryor clip at the beginning in reverse. The I am who they say I am. Like that shit right there is enough for me.
The fucking boogeyman.
Yo, I am him, nigga. But it's also you are who I say you are, nigga. You are who we keep calling you. That's you.
I do believe there is something. Again, I'm reaching here. This is what we do.
Yeah.
The calmness in his voice in the beginning of the song when he says, "Don't tell a lie about me."
Yeah, shout out to
and I
Hardcore for
won't tell the truth about you.
Yeah.
It's a calmness when he says that, letting you know, I know whatever you have on me is a lie.
Yeah.
There is nothing you can say about me, Aubrey, that I don't know. Right. There's nothing I'm not prepared for. You don't have a nuke. You're searching. You're scrambling. You can't find shit on me because I'm actually the nigga I say I am.
Dog, that's what I said. And remember I was like, bro, this nigga is panicking. Like, yes, bro. This nigga is spiraling. He don't know what Kendrick finna do. And just a random Tuesday morning. And just like the small details. Kendrick tweeted it. It didn't get leaked. Beat didn't get changed. That shit was on streaming services the same afternoon. And just a cherry on top, it's no splits in the credits. It's all Interscope. It's no split to nobody.
Tommy, but you're not a rap artist. You a scam artist with the hopes of being accepted. Tommy Hilfiger stood out, but Fubu never had been in your collection.
Yeah.
Do y'all niggas know who Tommy Hilfiger is, nigga? Do y'all know what Tommy Hilfiger said about rappers, nigga? Do y'all know Tommy Hilfiger said rappers shouldn't be in his clothes and he don't fuck with hip-hop and all of that shit? Tommy Hilfiger stood out, but Fubu never had been in your collection. Oh, y'all don't get it, bro. Y'all just don't fucking get it, bro.
How many black features till you feel like you black enough?
Till you feel like you black enough, Jersey.
Get that yam off your face, nigga. That yam off your face.
How many?
Get that yam off your face, my nigga.
Charlene is here, everybody, just so you guys know. She's not going to be on camera because she's not having the best of weeks, but she's our dog, so she's going to stay and talk. And y'all going to be okay. She parks today if y'all watch the Joe Budden podcast.
Thank you for telling everybody I'm depressed.
I didn't say you were depressed. I just said you was having a bad day. That don't mean you're depressed. You told everybody
Hey, 1 + 1 is 2. I heard y'all was talking about Drake.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah, he got beat up.
But... all right, so this is really the conversation I want to get to. I can't find the line about what he said, but he was pretty much saying, what I hate about you is that you make the women you feel around seem like they're real women. And that's a very layered bar, and I'm going to leave that be what it is until he comes back to that. But that's a very layered bar. Yeah. But where I've been wanting to take this conversation and where I've been very interested is something we've been talking about with the Drake disses, but we can get into a little bit more detail now that he actually did do what we said he was going to do and executed very well. Is I love that this battle is happening because Drake and Kendrick fans are so different, bro. Yeah. You can't even really explain it if you aren't really a fan of both, because you can understand why the Drake fans feel the way they do about Drake, because a lot of the die-hard core Drake fans got into rap because of Drake.
Right.
So they don't even understand what this shit really is. A lot of the Kendrick fans that love Kendrick and are fans of Kendrick and what he does understands what rap is because his music breathes that. It oozes that. It oozes the history of rap. It oozes the culture of rap. It oozes the foundations of rap. Yeah. Every album, every song, every tape, every verse, you hear the essence of rap in Kendrick. You don't always hear that in Drake because he's a pop star, so it's okay. What Kendrick is doing is attacking something you can't prove with numbers. Yeah. And that is why Drake fans don't really know how to have a conversation about this, because the things he's saying, the things Ross and Kendrick have said about him are not things you can debate. Yeah. They're not. Drake is a culture vulture. Drake did come in this culture as an outsider with people around him that helped him become him, and now he is reaching back and hurting and dissing and shitting on these same niggas. Those are factual information. And the thing is, Kendrick cares enough about rap, but also at the same time doesn't care enough about the internet to even think about how the people that don't matter will portray this. Right, and that's what's different between him and Kendrick is Drake has to think about everybody. Kendrick is just thinking about the niggas that love rap. Yeah. And that's where Drake is gonna have to make a decision. Do I wanna excommunicate damn near half my fan base, and they're not even gonna understand what I'm doing, what I'm talking about? You saw what happened when he dropped the 6-song Scary Hours. The shit didn't do nothing because that's not what his core fans, what the people that are still searching for Drake are wanting. Right. That's what we want because that's what we came up on. Right. That's the Drake we love. But the niggas that love Drake right now, that is cutting on and saying For All the Dogs is the album of the year, are looking for Jumbotron shit popping and looking for all of that Break My Heart and all of that other shit. The way Kendrick and the rappers are attacking Drake is in a way that only a true rap fan can grasp and understand. And there's something to be said about Kendrick, even in battle, not going for the clout chasey move or the clout chasey out, because he could have dropped the nuke and not broke Drake down man to man and went for the nuke and just made this a drama-filled battle. Right. But he went and broke him down piece by piece as a man you are. And he don't give a fuck if the fans understand that.
Yeah, I think, especially today, once I heard it, like, the first couple of weeks were like, yeah, we're going to argue. I'm going to try to convince you on my point. I think this, I think that. Like, that's basically what the Twitter discourse was. He dropped this shit. I was listening to that shit. I was like, bro, I don't want to hear none of you niggas say that shit, guys. I don't want to hear none of you niggas say y'all like it. All y'all niggas should hate Cope right now. Like, I want to, like, because the two fan bases just could not be more different.
Man.
Because the artists are so different in their own right. And it's really a testament to how versatile and how just big rap music is. Where your two biggest artists are completely on opposite ends of the spectrum, but still titans in their own way. Like Drake dominating his lane. The numbers, the hits, the celebrity, being a pop star, all that. Kendrick dominating the art side of it, putting his shit in museums, the Pulitzers, the Grammys, like all that shit. They are on two opposite sides. So when Kendrick really dropped, like this is just pure body shots of like dense work on Drake, I'm not expecting them niggas to like it. Cause y'all shouldn't like it. I want y'all to dislike it too. I want all you niggas to hate it. Because it's really some shit y'all can't argue. Like, and that's why I'm interested to see how Drake is gonna counterpunch. Because he's probably gonna try to do the same shit to Kendrick, but them rap nerd niggas not gonna care. That's why to answer your question, I think he should lean into his strength. I think he should lean into his strength. I think he should try to split the difference and make it, a cool song, but I also gotta really get at that nigga. Like, just like back to back, but like we mentioned, it's different sending that to Meek. You can dance on it, you get body by singing, nigga. You can really have fun on back to back. You can't, like, you gotta toe the line. Like, it's gotta be, my fans gotta be able to be like, yeah, Kendrick did this for 6 minutes, but Drake's song better. And he said this. If you try to go to rapidy rap, Kendrick quadruple entendre, I'm in the, you not from Compton, you know, like try to really dissect them, you gonna lose half the niggas.
You gonna excommunicate half the
Yeah,
fan
like,
base.
they're
not gonna know what you're doing. They're like, what's this, Drake?
Yeah, we don't care.
we don't
Talk
care
about his numbers. That's what they want. Like,
and that's. I don't think that I think there is a reality where there's no winner in this battle. There is no clear-cut winner in this battle. Yeah. And that is the most interesting thing about this for me, is that we can go through this whole summer and never have a winner. Yep. If Drake drop a nuke and Kendrick drop a nuke too, and they're both crazy, like, where do we go from there?
Yeah, like that. I think that's definitely how this ends.
And by the way, real quick to let you go from here. The reason I'm saying they can both drop a nuke and it be a tie is because of exactly the conversation we're having is their fan base.
Yep.
Kendrick's fan base is going to believe his nuke is better because it's going to be addressing this. But Drake's fan, whether he does a 6-minute record or he makes another club record, are going to be like, no, Drake's record is better because the things you say about Drake, we're going to look past. Right. And the things you say about Kendrick, we're going to look past. Yeah. So it's a very interesting spot where we can get two perfect nuke records and we just end up at a standstill.
No, I definitely think that is for sure that is sure a possibility. I think that's the most likely possibility. But I would say that just because the fear I brought up earlier, if there is some weirdo shit Drake has been doing and he don't want it to go that way, this next pause for sure.
Drake is crazy.
this next Drake diss will be straight rap shit, straight bag shit. Fuck you, all that rap shit. We won't talk about the wife like you did in the first one. We're not gonna talk about no family. But if and that's one route, and I think that's the nuke. Kendrick respond with a nuke. Kendrick fans say he won. Drake fans say he won. We all go home. But if this next one, Drake called his bluff, and Kendrick is serious, like, it may go super, super left. Because it really sounds like the nigga don't care, and he will say it. And everyone's kind of like...
I don't think he cares.
Everyone's kind of like tiptoeing around this shit. Like, you mentioned in the bar about making them feel like real women. Like, they're like, that's so transphobic. Fam, that's an underage girl bar, nigga. That is a underage girl bar.
For sure.
Like, it is very, like, yeah, like, it's a lot of shit. The 500K shit. Like, I was, like, people said this to me. Like, oh, my God, I didn't know. Shit, I didn't know. I didn't know this nigga was selling out a quarter people. Like, what the fuck? But.
He is.
What y'all be saying? Ooh, child.
He is at a point where.
Gotta kill this nigga, dude.
Drake is at a point. You gotta put his hands on this nigga, really. But Drake
you gotta fight this. I'm telling you, they should just meet up and squabble.
Drake is at a point where he gotta prove that he ain't a bitch.
Yeah.
And it's like, how do you prove that?
Right.
How do you prove that and make it believable when all these niggas got proof that you a bitch? Charlene,
do he
thoughts?
gotta prove that he a bitch, or do he gotta prove that he's not a bitch, or do he just gotta embrace it? Because I don't think that he can. Everybody know that Drake is lame. Yeah. Like, Drake is a lame nigga who got rich, who got famous. Like, everybody already knows that. So does he have to prove that, or does he have to be like, bro, I don't care? I think that it's just the way. I think there's two types of women in the rap game. Is the women who be like, my body is real, and now you have women like Lotto and like SZA got my body done, like got my ass done. Like, he gonna have to be the bad bitch that he is.
Said Lotto.
Lotto talk about how she got her body done.
She did.
Yeah, what the she said that it's in a song. You thought her ass was real?
Come on, bro. That don't even look.
He can't tell if it's authentic or a surgery. What did she said it.
Drake was talking about that bitch drinking water in Clayco. Where y'all get that ass from?
No, bro. She literally talked about. She did an interview. She said, "Yeah, I got my ass done." Like, Lotto talk about it. You would literally look. Yeah, like she literally be like, "Shout out to my doctor." Like, these girls talk about, like, but the whole thing is that, like, Nicki would never speak on if she got her body done or not. Yeah. And I mean, now she don't have a choice because we know. Yeah. But like, there was a time like that wasn't a thing. That was very taboo. Yeah. But then, like, I'm getting my titties done. I'm getting my ass done. I'm doing that. Like, they own it. Like, women are owning it now. SZA, I just got my body done. Don't feel guilty about it. She said that in the song. And I think that if Drake want to do this, I think that he should just double down on the bad bitch that he is. And he should be like, yeah, I'm lame. And I'm better than you. Yeah, I got my abs done. Yeah, I got a BBL. Who cares?
That ab shit is
like,
so funny.
like,
that ab shit is so
yeah,
funny.
like
That
I
shit
think
is
that he
so
gotta
funny,
just
bro.
double down. Like he has no choice. The only choice is to be like, okay, but I made it. Like, but I'm still Drake. Like, I feel like that's his only comeback could be that. I don't think that
But then
he
you
could be
lost.
hard. And it could be a great diss, but I don't think that he will get anywhere trying to prove to niggas that he's not lame, that he's not these things, because he is those things. So he need to just own up to that.
I wholeheartedly agree with that point. My question would be, then how do you win if you're gonna play into that? Because
Because it's like, bro, everybody has been saying it. It's the same thing. Like, I feel like the Drake disses, and I mean, obviously there was new information, but everybody say the same thing. And it's like, it's almost like when Drake, when he was battling Chris Brown in the music video, he's like, whoa, it's like, oh, I'm lame. Like, do better. Like, it gotta be that. Like, that's the best that you could come up with. Yes, I be with bitches. Yes. Yes, I think I'm a bad bitch when I'm sexy red. She make me feel sexy. Like, Drake be that. Like, I think that he needs to be unapologetically that. Like, that's the best that you could come up with. Everybody know I was hiding my son from the world. Bitch, they already said that. Like, they already outed me for being a bad dad. Why you doing it again? Like, I think it should be like, oh.
That's funny as fuck.
okay,
Why you
okay,
doing
I
it
like
again?
that.
It's funny as hell.
But I do agree he's gonna need to. It's 6.5 minutes. It's some stuff you just gonna have to wear. It's some stuff you just gonna have to wear. You're not gonna be able to counter jab 6.5 minutes unless you gonna put 6.5 minutes back
Yeah,
up.
and a lot of that can be summed up in,
I
yes,
think-
like you right.
Yeah.
But what's new information?
Let me ask you this, Ish, as somebody that's more so on the Kendrick side of this.
Right.
If Drake takes that approach, how do you think he can make that effective?
I think he would have to, like, you gotta wear it like Charlene said, but he also has to, like, push the I'm the biggest rapper alive button type shit.
Okay.
Like, you can say all this shit,
Like, but I'm better than you.
but and no matter what you saying, I'm still the biggest rapper on earth.
Yes.
Like, what I've done for the culture, like how you feel you care about the culture, I've carried the culture. Whether or not you feel like the state of rap music is good or not, I've had it on my shoulders for a decade. I was artist of the decade last decade, and I'm still here making number ones. Like, that is the button he would have to push, but like, the Kendrick fans not gonna hear that shit. Like, that's why I think nobody's ever gonna win, and that's why I think you have to double down into your strength. Double down into your strength. Get to the point where Kendrick drop all his rappy rap shit. Drake drop all his fuck you, I don't care, I'm still Drake, I'm still richer than you, I'm a billionaire, like all that shit. And then we're gonna separate again, and then that'll be it. Like,
Or they
and then
can
we'll
just
just
make
see
up.
who died first. Like,
They can make up.
No, they're not making. He don't like him.
They don't like each other.
Kendrick really don't.
I don't think
mean,
they
yeah,
like
that's
each
fine.
other. I do not.
I think he don't like him as a person.
That
like,
is.
you can hear it in the song.
Yeah,
He say,
like
I hate you.
I don't like you. All right.
And credit to him for that. Just not liking that nigga. Like,
I mean, no, it was very much a, like, I don't like you song. It was like, you're a bad dad. You lame. You ugly. Like, I hate you so much. Like,
hate everything
you be
about
dancing
him.
and you be singing, and I just can't stand you. Like,
no, he liked the dancing and singing though. Like, we love that.
yeah.
All right. So
Allegedly.
everybody give their initial reaction to the song, because we haven't really said, like, and we just got straight into it. Like, what is your initial reaction to the song, to sum up, like, for a quick TikTok segment ish, like,
Okay,
answers?
bet. As the Kendrick guy, 10 out of 10. I don't think he could have did anything different. I wouldn't have wanted him to done anything different.
Okay.
So don't ask me why, but I have Kendrick Lamar's notifications on YouTube. So in real time, seeing this, I'm getting this notification, and I'm like, okay. And it said Euphoria. I swear to God, y'all, I thought that he was like soundtrack, like something with Euphoria. I was like, yes, Euphoria's coming back. And I clicked on it, and it was 6 minutes long. It was 6 minutes long. It was maybe like 2 minutes, and it was already like comment. Like, it was already people commenting. Yeah. I'm like, bruh, it ain't even been out 10 minutes yet. Mm-hmm. How are so many people already commenting? Because they be live commenting as it's going. And I'm just like, what is going on? Yeah. And it sounded crazy. I was like, wow, this sounds crazy. And I was in a meeting and I was like, y'all, Kendrick just dropped a diss. And I'm just like listening to it. Like we in a meeting and everybody's like talking and eating cake. And I'm just like, okay. I'm literally like holding my ear.
Yeah.
Like, because I got one AirPod in, I'm holding my ear. I'm like in the corner listening to it. I'm like, yeah. I was like, this is crazy. Yeah. And I got in the car. It was playing on the radio.
Yeah,
I don't think that I've ever heard a song play on the radio the same day that it came out.
Oh, you wasn't around for Otis?
No.
I was
probably
in the
wasn't
car.
Listening to the radio.
I was in the car with my mom the day Otis dropped. I'll never forget that day in my life. They played Otis on the radio,
like
not the Flex shit, in Atlanta.
Yeah, just
they
straight
played
out,
that shit like 9 straight times,
Shout
bro.
out Flex.
Salute. But
it was 6 minutes, and I gotta just point out, 6 minutes is absolutely insane.
okay,
Absolutely insane.
I can take that.
You get it? 6
No,
minutes?
6 minutes. Listen.
6 minutes?
I get it.
From the 6.
Yes, I understand why it's 6 minutes, but 6 minutes is fucking ridiculous.
It's a long time to be.
He could have wrapped that. Like 6 minutes is he pressed. Like that.
Yeah.
Like 6 minutes is I'm pressed. Like,
I 1000% agree with that, and it's so crazy because we got opposite opinions. But he pressed. He really don't like that nigga. But at the same time, like he pressed. Like he sounds thirsty. Like he mad.
But I'm not gonna drop a 6 minute song about hating somebody.
Initial reaction, I do think this landed as Kendrick hoped it would land. I think everything he needed to attack Drake on the surface level is done, and it is time for the nuke. But you couldn't have asked for a better jab, because this is a jab, uppercut, another jab, and that is exactly what he wanted to do. I think he executed his goal perfectly. I think it was surgical, and I'm really looking forward to what Drake got to respond with, because he put the ball in Drake court, and either Drake got to drop a nuke or Drake is going to lose. And I think that's a crazy position to be in.
He got to switch cheese, do a whip or something.
Dead ass.
Like, it's extremely, it's crazy. We just talked about the song title. The song is called Euphoria. A show he's connected to about high schoolers having sex. And you're cute.
Why is he? I didn't know that Drake was attached to you.
He's a producer.
He's a producer on the show.
I didn't know that. I also didn't know that Drake was beefing with Pharrell.
Yeah.
You didn't see the Jumbotron shit? Where he was melting down his jewelry and shit?
No, I didn't. I mean, I know the song, but like.
Yeah, that song's about Pharrell too.
I don't like that.
Me either.
Kendrick didn't either.
That's the point. It's like, why is you beefing all these niggas that's golden to the culture, that's gods in the culture? Why are you mad at all these niggas?
Not just that. I sense, and I really feel this bottom of my soul. And Pusha T said this, why are you over there? Why are you sending bars to Meg Thee Stallion and Pharrell and Metro and all these niggas you know not gonna respond when we've been here for a decade? Why are you over there talking like Pharrell not gonna hop on wax and say nothing to you? Meg Thee Stallion says something to you, you don't say a fucking word. Like, why are you arguing with all these people who like do you think not gonna respond to you? Because when one did. And I ain't gonna lie, Meg kind of cooked, dude. He ain't say nothing back. It's like, oh, she gonna rap back? All right, I'm not gonna say nothing. Like, nah, it's different. Like
that Meg bar was crazy.
Listen, Meg is a couple of them. She gave him a couple bars.
I don't know why he is. I don't know. Everything everybody is saying about Drake has been my critique about him this whole time. The things that I've been mad at Drake about since 2017 is everything that is coming to fruition now. It's your music is lackluster, and I don't give a fuck that it sounds good, my nigga. It has no meaning behind it. It has no essence, no passion behind it. You arguably don't have a classic album, and you act like you the only rapper ever that don't need a certified 5 mic classic. Like,
so we don't think that Take Care is a classic?
I think Drake has 3 classics, but Drake does not have an undisputed classic album where everybody is going to look at this album as a classic album. Drake does not have a Carter 3. He doesn't have a Blueprint. He doesn't have a This is why I don't want to say I know he don't have a classic, but this is why I know he don't have a classic album, because Kendrick said he don't have a classic album, and niggas was disagreeing which one of his albums is a classic album. That's how you know it's not like no one would say Kendrick don't got a classic album, because everyone would go Good Kid, Mad City. You wouldn't say Nas don't have a classic album because they say Illmatic, 50. You don't debate which one of Jay-Z albums is classic. You just list the classics. Like it's very, I don't want to say it's like a Freudian slip, but like when you see niggas arguing about what the Drake classic is, the fact that you have to debate which one is the classic shows that it's not a classic.
But I think if we take a debate away, is Take Care.
But here's the thing.
Take Care changed the culture.
Hold on. This is the thing. Yes, I personally think Take Care is a classic. I also think Nothing Was the Same is a classic, and I think So Far Gone is a classic. I think all three of those are classic tapes.
So Far Gone is a stretch.
But, go look at that track list. But, what he is saying is, if we have a conversation and we say, yo, what's 50 Cent's classic?
Yeah.
Everybody's going to say Get Rich or Die Trying, and nobody's going to say a word about it. We go say, yo, what's Hov's classic album? Everybody's going to say Blueprint or Black Album, and nobody's going to say a word. Kanye West, Twisted Fantasy, Wayne, Carter 3, Nas,
So
Illmatic.
people wouldn't say Graduation?
So they might, but listen to
Or
what I'm not
808s?
finished. I'm not finished. Listen to what I'm saying. Those albums will be named, and nobody will have a say-so. Nobody will be like, no, that's not true. And if they are, you're going to get laughed out the room. If we say, yo, if we're in a room with 20 people and we say, yo, what's Drake's classic album? I'm going to say Nothing Was the Same. Jalen's going to say Views. He's going to say Take Care. You're going to say Thank Me Later. Tyrone's going to say whatever. And that proves that you don't have the undisputed 5 mic rap classic that we are talking about that these other rappers have. That is what I am saying.
It's like
I think collectively, if we're speaking intellectually, I think that we could easily say Take Care. And I think that everybody can have their favorite album. I think that we can have their favorite because everybody got their favorite. But I think if we were to say what is Drake's classic album intellectually without the feelings, it is Take Care.
so my retort would be, why don't we then? What's stopping everyone from
Because
saying
everybody has
Take
their favorite album, but also Drake has dropped so many more albums in comparison to all of these names that we've talked
That's
about.
not true. Hov
But
has
if we
16
was
albums.
to sit down and have a conversation about Kanye West, I wouldn't say My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say
it's a
that.
classic, or you would
I
say
wouldn't
it's your
say that
favorite
it's
album?
his classic. Y'all just said
Well,
if there's
Kanye has Kanye, Hove.
You can stop there. That's it.
but yeah, like
Who
it's
else has more? It's somebody that got multiple classes. I'm tweaking, but like they have
More than
multiple classes.
I think Kanye and Hov are the only people with 3 undisputed classic albums.
and I
think-
like Take Care is his. I disagree.
what's
This is his
Lil
best album.
Wayne's?
Carter 3.
Carter 3 is an undisputed. Carter 3 is a classic album. Now, people say Carter 2 is a classic. I say Carter 2 is a classic. I've heard Carter 1 and Carter 4. But people, when you say Carter 3 is a classic, no one's giving you an argument. There is an argument that Nothing Was the Same is not a classic. There is an argument that Take Care is not a classic. And that is my point. You can't argue
But I
certain
think that I
albums
will
are
argue
classic.
these things. And so that's why I'm just saying, what is the argument? Like, but if we was in a room of just our friends, yes. But if we was in a room of 100 people, would it be that difficult
Yes.
to decide that
Yes.
Take Care was a classic?
Yes.
This is
Yes.
so this is
We've done this before.
No,
This-
this is, my point was like when we talked about like when you ask, like the thing is, right? And like to the scenario of if we were asking people, right?
Sorry.
They know nothing about Drake. They
Well,
gonna say Take Care.
Well, if they know nothing about
Then
the
you
music,
can't say Drake has
that's
a
not-
classic album
That's
if you
a
don't
bad.
know.
That's a bad argument. If you've never heard it, you'd assume it's a classic. It's a bad argument.
No, because like you can ask like somebody what's somebody's hit. Like what
Charlene, you have to talk on the microphone, Slum.
Okay.
Sure, lotion.
Like if y'all were asking about chill. It's not lotion, it's shea butter. I think that you could like not listen to somebody. Like I was talking to somebody about Taylor Swift.
Right.
And they were like, yeah, I don't listen to the Taylor Swift music. And I'm like, I don't either. But you know the words to that shit. And they was like, no, I don't. Yes, you do. And then no, look, let me cook.
Okay.
I can't even, because now we got, listen.
Now we
Taylor
got
Swift,
Bad
first of all, I
Blood.
texted y'all about how that's a diss track and y'all didn't say nothing back.
Bad Blood.
Bad Blood is a diss track to Katy Perry.
I don't care about this.
Taylor Swift dropped. They said that she dropped the best diss track of all time. I didn't know that, but yes,
You sent me that?
listen, I sent it to y'all. Bad Blood
Oh,
is
wow.
a diss
And
track,
Kendrick's on it.
but
Let's go.
but
That nigga just a walking baller. He's just a walking baller.
but I can for sure sing to you. Yeah, it was. We'll talk about the Taylor Swift shit. I think it's really interesting. But I think that you can sing some songs, even just like we were talking about Cardi B and Bongos and how it's such an ass song, but you know that song because Cardi B also has undeniable hits. And so I think in that same way, people may not listen to Drake. They may not consume Drake.
Right.
But if you were to ask them about Drake I think that it's just common knowledge. I think that Take Care is common knowledge.
See, this is where I disagree because Take Care is not his biggest album. Like, not even close to his biggest
But
album.
does your classic album have to be your biggest album?
No, but like
'Cause
your
what's Beyonce's classic?
No,
He's
but
replying to your
no,
point.
but your argument is that more people would recognize Take Care. I disagree. If I played 5 songs from Views, niggas will know every single one of them shits.
Yeah.
And Views is nowhere near a classic. And it's funny, we always talk about that was supposed to be his classic. But to go back to my last point, like if we were asking people about classic albums, and we asked somebody, what's 50 Cent's classic? They say Get Rich or Die Trying. No one's gonna tell that nigga no. Basically, like even if you think the Massacre is better, he was just as big, is just as many hits on there. They're not gonna say no, that's not a classic. What happens with Drake is they don't say no, that's not my favorite album. They say no, that's not his classic. This is his classic. They'll say no, it's not Take Care. It's Nothing With the Same. Or if it's not Nothing With the Same, it's
if you're reading this,
too late, or so far. Like it's like. We want Drake to have one, so I'm just going to say he has one, and we'll figure out which one it is later.
I think we should survey people about this at the cookout.
I'm
interested to get a larger audience.
We can do that. We'll be in charge of it. Well, somebody have to. You got to do that. I'll be cooking, but
Ishmael said he was going to cook.
Yeah, I'm going to cook for an hour.
Cool.
Yeah. But we'll figure it out. But I would like for somebody to collect this data from a larger audience, because not a conversation, like that's what I'm saying, from a very logical point. I want a multiple choice.
Right.
Pick one. What is the classic? Yeah, like I want a survey, because I believe that the answer would be Take Care.
Okay, listen, this is why I like this so much. What are you gonna do when it's 25 across the board? Type shit, like
it's 25. Nothing the same.
It's not gonna be 25 across the board.
You think it'll be Nothing Was the Same, like handily, or you think it'll be those?
I should be downtown whipping on a. I don't know, because maybe I would say Views.
That's my point.
But no, I'm just kidding. But Views. But the only reason. I'm just kidding. But the only way that I think that we feel the way that we feel about Views because of the time of our lives. Like we have a very emotional.
I don't.
Ishmael.
Views good as fuck.
Me and Ishmael have a very personal attachment to that album.
I'm saying it's really good though, because
it's a really good album, but that was also a personal attachment to us. That was senior year of high school. We like summer was happening. We were falling in love. Like we were, man. Like that was a time.
No, I was just saying because I'm down on Views, but because it's like just way too long. But the songs on Views that hit. All hit.
All of the songs.
All the shits are bangers.
We used to listen to that was a time in our lives.
Yeah. Okay, where's this conversation going? Where we going?
But Take Care is Take Care.
But
that's all I'm gonna say.
I don't think Take Care is his best.
Okay, let's wrap this up. Does Drake have a classic? No. Yes or no?
No.
Yes.
What is the classic, Charlene?
Take Care.
In my opinion, Nothing Was the Same, Take Care, and So Far Gone are classic albums. Why do you say Drake doesn't?
Is a stretch.
Why do you think Drake does not have a classic?
I don't. I think he doesn't. I feel like it's a hard way to answer. It's like
for
me, it's like why don't I think Kevin Durant 7 feet? Like I can the albums are just not classics. I don't know. Like for my criteria, I just wouldn't.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Like, what is your criteria? Yeah.
I think the quality. The impact, what happens around it. Like, I feel like all of them are like, I think because Drake is such a big artist and he's going to do massive numbers that when the album is good, like Take Care, like Nothing Was the Same, like if you're reading this, like we are drawn to call it a classic. But I don't think any of it is past a cult classic. I just think the nigga has so many cult fans. If that makes sense.
I do. That makes sense.
It's like I'm a Childish Gambino fan. It's like I think because the internet classic.
I don't think that y'all remember the time period of Take Care and the impact that it had on the culture. Yes. Like it had such a big impact. Like YOLO. Like that was
not a good impact.
That was a great impact.
Niggas troll that's what I'm saying. Like I remember when Take Care came out and Drake was an internet punchline when Take Care came out. Like that's why I was
Trust
there.
Issues. Like those were songs that
I was there when Drake was the nigga that closes the fridge with his hips guy. Like when those memes were going around of like when he would find a zombie girl and be like, "Who did this to you?" Like there was a long time niggas did not take him seriously, and this was it. You remember? I know you remember when they made YOLO, and all the comments was like, "Man, if Tupac was alive, Wayne would be working at McDonald's." Like
that song is diamond. I don't care who wasn't fucking with it.
That song. I love that song.
That was a time period.
Yeah, that's the thing. For Drake fans, that was such a great time of amazing music. For the rest of that world, he was still an internet punchline. That was not like a hip hop.
I mean, that two things are true.
I don't think you can say that. That album sold 600,000 first week. That's not a Drake fan. That's not even when Drake was the biggest in the world.
It's something
that Take Care had a very big impact on the music because it was one of the first mainstream albums where a rapper was really that vulnerable, and it changed how niggas made music, and it was a shift from gangsta kill nigga rap from the Waynes to the Rosses until getting in your feelings. That is facts.
Trust
Take
issues,
Care helped with that.
When did you hear about trust issues before Drake?
808s and Heartbreaks.
Joe Budden.
All right.
Mood music too.
Listen,
Drake made it cool.
I will agree that Take Care definitely helped push the sound, but like 808s came out before.
Why? Because they love the crew.
But 808s pushed the sound that Drake took and took
made it better.
Made it better and took it to the moon.
No, that's
and
a
I
fact.
think there is
So
something
808s
to be
are
said
Take
about
Care.
that. Take Care every day of the week.
Don't be
But
biased.
I'm not the 808s.
Ishmael, don't be biased.
I'm not the
Don't be
808s
biased.
guy.
You bought me 808s.
I bought you
have a
808s.
copy of
Listen,
808s
I
in
know
my
that
car
I have
right
it.
now
Listen,
that you bought.
and I felt the way that I felt about 808s. But if I was to compare the two, there is a level of vulnerability that Drake. Drake
I won't
touched
say
that.
No,
that Kanye.
It's
I don't
crazy.
know.
I was gonna say I think the music on Take Care is a lot better. I think the rapping is a lot better.
I mean,
but the sad shit on 808s is like it goes past just I'm relationship sad. Like he's depressed on that. Like Streetlights is probably his saddest song.
I
said
know
that for
my
years
Yo, Streetlights is depressing. Like
I know. I listen to it when I cry.
of course you do.
But I also can listen to a couple of songs on Take Care. I don't know. If it's putting it today, now, baby, back in the day, it might have been crazy to say that.
Yeah.
Like in 2014, it might have been crazy to say that.
Don't
but
ever
today,
tell K that.
Take Care over 808s. I'm sorry. What did you say?
It was a Twitter joke. You wouldn't get it. That's for sure K, dog.
But I also do think that because of the internet is a classic, and I just wanted to come back to that point because I didn't touch that.
I think because the internet is like if you ask me like lie detector test gun to my head, do you think it's classic? I'll 1000% say yes. But it's not a hip hop classic. It's a cult classic.
I think a lot of albums are classic. I think we had this conversation the other day in the chat, and I think as there are level to the Hall of Famers in the NBA and the NFL, I think there are level to classic albums. I do not think Illmatic is a classic the same way I think We Don't Trust You may eventually be a classic. But I do think there are levels to classic albums. So I think you have your ultra, no fucking question, this is a classic album.
So
Then
what's
I think
Beyonce's
you
classic?
have Then I think you have all right, this is a perfect album, so we're going to call it a classic because the moment in time, this is one of the 3-4 best albums that came out that year. It is amazing music, no skip album. It just may not have had the impact that the commercial success had, the tour or whatever behind it, had the backing marketing behind it to do that. So there's that classic. And then we have the cult classic. Right. The cult classic doesn't matter. The first two sections of classic, I think most rappers have at least one of those. Yeah. I think the great rappers, the top 15, top 25 rappers all time, have one of those. But I think the 5 mic undisputed classic, it's probably 35, 40 of those stretched out throughout rap.
Yeah, and we definitely talked about it, and I agree. We just need we need to figure out what we're going to call that tier type shit.
I get that.
We got to figure out what's going to be like the dichotomy, like how we're going to describe those albums. Because that was my biggest thing was like, fam, when we talk about classic albums, I'm not going to go, Get Rich or Die Trying, Illmatic, Good Kid, Mad City, So Far Gone. Like, there needs to be a gap between, like, we got to separate.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I do think they're separated. Like, they're not in the same tier classic, but... Charlene, to answer your question, for B-Day, Renaissance, Cowboy Carter, what's Beyonce?
Start over.
For Renaissance, Cowboy Carter,
Beyonce,
and Lemonade.
So that's not an argument.
And B-Day.
So that's.
Oh, I don't know who's gonna argue that. Who's gonna argue that?
That every single Beyonce album is her classic album.
I didn't say every single one. I just named a lot of them.
I do want to say, like, the way we structured the question, like, does Drake have a classic album, is because niggas aren't sure Drake has a classic album. Niggas know Beyonce have multiple classics. Like, if you ask somebody what Beyonce classics are, like that, they'll probably say more than one. Same way if you ask somebody about Kanye, if you ask somebody about Michael Jackson, ask somebody about Prince.
So if we ask somebody about Drake, but I don't think that we're structuring it the same, because if people say 3 different things and they say 3 different things, because if y'all ask me what's Beyonce's classic album, I'm not going to say every single album that she did. If y'all say, does Beyonce have a classic album, I'm going to say yeah, and then I'm going to answer the question.
So what is it?
For me, what? Her
No.
classic?
What's her classic? Not for you. Remember her
B-Day.
Okay. So yes, that's a classic album in the conversation.
Yes.
With Drake,
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that Renaissance is a classic.
Okay. That's okay.
But but what I'm saying is there, but what's the difference?
It's like you can, like,
Because somebody will say that Renaissance is her class. Some people will say Beyonce.
Okay, so when you have these conversations, you can't take into consideration every single person's opinion ever. When I'm having these conversations, we're taking a generalization based on the research we have done on these. I've been having these classic conversations and listening and watching YouTubers and other podcasters, former rappers have these conversations about what these classics are. When I read here and have these conversations with people, Get Rich or Die Trying, all the albums we have continuously named for 10 minutes are always named in classics. When Drake comes up, people say nothing was the same. Then somebody says, no, that's not his. No, that's not a classic. His classic is Take Care. Or no, that's not a classic. It's this.
I got figured out. When we talk about actors, right? Niggas talk about Denzel classic or Will Smith classic. There used to be a debate, like, Leonardo DiCaprio, the best actor. Oh, like, what is his best movie? Like, is his classic Titanic? Niggas hate Titanic. Is it a Wolf of Wall Street? It's like 3 hours of drag. Like, we know, like, he is good enough to have a classic type shit. But we haven't got it for whatever reason. If that makes sense. You know what I mean?
From Leonardo DiCaprio?
Well, until a couple years ago. But, like, you know what I mean? Like, that's why The Bear was such a big deal. It's like, oh, yeah, he finally got in a movie that's worth that, and that's why he got all the awards and shit.
Y'all losing me.
I think you are...
I think it's very much
What's your favorite
Nicki
Adam Sandler
Minaj. Nicki Minaj Click is my favorite Adam Sandler movie.
Okay.
I think that we're definitely going down
That's
the
a
what.
good-ass movie.
Every time we talk about the King, we turn around and say LeBron ain't got 6 rings. I think that I don't know. I just feel like I think the same argument can be given for a lot of people.
I like the LeBron point. And I don't know if you meant to do it, but I like the LeBron point a lot because niggas debate what's the best Bron. Niggas say, is it Miami Bron?
Yeah.
Or was it first Cleveland Bron? Was it second Cleveland Bron? And the reason they do is, unlike Steph Curry, he doesn't have like a magnum opus season. Like,
I think I was gonna say that my answer is second Cleveland Bron.
yes, well, of course you're from Cleveland for sure. But like,
Whoa.
I mean, that's like the biggest thing. Like, that's like
Like, we not gonna sit here and talk about like
that's like the best shit
like
ever. Like,
Kyrie Irving
Nigga,
and
Bron was from
Kyrie
Atlanta.
Irving and LeBron James.
If Bron got a championship to Atlanta, dog, that'd be the
That was
greatest
the
day of my
best
life.
time of my life.
yeah, that's a that's what I'm saying.
I
That's what
stopped
makes
watching
sense.
basketball after that.
There's no more basketball to watch after that.
It wasn't.
They were down 3-1. I wouldn't watch basketball.
It was no more like that.
Yeah.
Me and my mom was sitting here on that couch watching this. In real life, there was no like basketball has never been the
I was
same.
watching that shit heated.
You was here. You was here some of them
I was
games.
watching that shit heated.
Listen, basketball was never the same after that.
I was in my living room in disbelief.
That shit was that was
Right,
the
what
best
the
thing I ever
fuck
seen
just
in my
happened?
life.
Niggas lucky Steph was
That was the best thing I've
man,
ever seen in my life.
But niggas still will say Miami Bron better because he was more athletic. He was younger. You know, he was more mean. He was cool. Like, niggas will say, oh, yeah, this. Or first time LeBron in Cleveland. They think he was better. He just didn't have no help type shit. That's why he left. Like, I think with Drake, he has nothing was the same. So many great albums, so many great runs, but none of them stick out like, oh, my God, different than the rest type shit, if that makes sense.
Well, if there was a stick out better than the rest, then I would say nothing was the same.
That's cool.
That was a
just say
different
Take
time.
Care.
Take Care is a classic to me. But if we talking about like, oh my God, like I don't think that your classic is necessarily your prime. Just like I think that that B-Day is Beyonce's classic. I don't think that was her prime.
Well, so, like, you may have some people may have longer primes than others.
Why are you acting like people can only have one classic album?
I'm not, but y'all asked the question. And y'all acting like Drake can't have 3. I think if the conversation,
I think if
the conversation circles and it's between Views, Take Care, and Nothing Was the Same, then he got 3 classics.
Views not a classic. I tell you right now.
Why it's not?
It's his most underwhelming.
Bounce that
album.
shit like whoa.
It's underwhelming.
Bounce that shit like whoa. What? Like
You're not here for this, but if that album was a classic, this wouldn't even be a beef right now. Like
that is very true.
Like if that album was a classic, Drake would be so untouchable because that album was the last ginormous, like except for Taylor Swift. Like that's the last time I saw numbers. I'm like, what the fuck? Like Drake did like physical numbers, like what they used to do on streaming. Like it was everywhere. And if that was a classic, I'd like, man,
it wouldn't be a question.
He would be in such a different space because that was supposed to be.
Do you think
the
that Drake
classic.
doesn't have classics because everybody hates him?
Who hates? Everybody loves Drake.
Everybody hates Drake in real life.
No one hates Drake.
I know more Drake haters than I know any other.
You don't know
haters.
any real Drake haters. You don't know
I know a lot of real Drake
one
haters.
person that will not listen to Drake.
I know a lot of Drake haters. Like I know a lot of Drake haters. You know how many people sent me this shit today?
So that don't matter.
You know how many people sent me this shit today and said, "Get your man's. Your man's probably crying." Like I know some Drake haters. Like I know a lot of Drake haters.
Well, I see. I don't know if I count them as haters. Like Drake has antagonized a lot of people. Like a lot, and it's almost like we talked about Nicki Minaj like a couple months ago, like how she beef with everybody. Bam, Drake can beef with a lot of different.
I think it's Lil Wayne's fault.
Man, Lil Wayne probably don't know nothing that's going on right now.
How's it
He probably know everything.
Lil Wayne probably at home. Listen,
Didn't he say that nigga that signed to that nigga? That nigga that signed to that nigga?
He has had Nerds gummies everywhere for 2 years now.
At the crib, bag of
No,
Nerds
listen.
gummies in
That
hand.
nigga that signed
Watching
ain't
the
you that
playoff
nigga
game.
that was signed to that nigga that was signed to that nigga? That's what he said in the
Oh,
song.
he said you was signed to a nigga
That was signed to a nigga.
that was signed to that nigga. Like that shit is so funny. Like, cause everybody know Baby was stealing y'all money. Like he's that nigga. Like you don't even gotta say it. Like, I mean, it may be a little bit of Wayne's fault, but like he also like made you the biggest rapper in the world too. Like,
I don't think this is Wayne's fault at all because Wayne got robbed more than Drake got robbed.
So why is
I don't
all
think
Lil
Wayne knew
Wayne's
anybody.
proteges the most hated in the industry?
Why are they the biggest?
why do they have the most enemies? That's my thing. Like niggas are like, it's a 20v1 versus Drake. If I go hoop and I get into argument, if I start an argument with 5 niggas, I'm not gonna be like, why y'all jumping me? Like, fam, you started this with all these niggas. Like, you and Ross were cool, and you dissed Ross because you thought it was beef, and now it's actually beef. Like, that's how that shit go. Like, you can't just disrespect. Like, you jumped off the porch at Ross and was wrong. Because that's why he didn't respond to Ross.
Well, fuck Rick Ross. So how about that?
Yeah, see, that's what I mean. Like, he was, like, I don't want to say mean. He was mean to Ross for no reason. Like, it just happened. The timelines happened to coincide. So he sent that nigga a couple bars, and Ross took it there. But, like, you can't shit on so many. You can't shit on niggas for a decade and a half and then, like, be surprised when they not cool with it type shit.
BBL Drizzy. All right, so final thoughts. Where are we going from here? When do you think Drake responds? When do you think Kendrick responds after Drake responds? How fast do you think we're ramping up?
Okay, so as a fan, I think Drake drops at midnight. As a realistic rap listener, I think he'll drop Friday.
Okay. I'll steal your answer. As a fan, I think Drake is dropping at 11 o'clock. It's 10:35. As a
What time is it in Canada?
as somebody that has knowledge, I do think, like I said earlier, it'll be next Saturday afternoon or Sunday. And Kendrick, I think, is coming a week after that. However long if Drake responds in a week, Kendrick is coming a week after. Yeah. That's where I think it is. I think they're just gonna keep going, and I think this might be the final round. I think Drake might drop a nuke, Kendrick might drop a nuke, and that may be it.
I think it should just squabble.
I think that he'll drop it in, I don't know. I think he'll drop it next week or tomorrow.
It wouldn't
or
surprise
in
me
the middle of the night.
I wouldn't surprise me.
I will also say that we are also the people. People waited up until what time did Drake's album drop?
3 a.m.
Niggas waited up until 3 a.m.
No. Certified Lover Boy, that was 1 a.m. That was 1 a.m.
It was 1?
Yeah, it was 1.
It might have been later.
It was 1.
Okay.
Yeah, it was 1. But, I hope it's... And I think this time, It won't be no leak. It won't be no AI. It won't be no switching the beat.
No, this coming out on his Twitter.
They'll come out on his
YouTube
Twitter
link,
or
and that's
on
it.
OVO Sound Radio. It will be official. Niggas gonna know when it's out. Like
For sure. All right. Anything else we want to talk about, Charlie? You got anything on your soul, on your mind you want to talk about with the people?
Oh my God, I had something I was thinking about in the bathroom, and then
did we cut out the JP shit?
The JP shit?
you ever told a
All that
nigga I got
Okay.
G's? No, you ever make a bitty hit her knees?
All that's gone. All of that is gone.
Hey, go by. Shaking you all bad, bitch.
I just thought it was the most racist shit ever. We gonna talk about it after. You remind me of that dancing fucking frog. Hey, yo, what that is?
So y'all don't want to talk about JB?
No,
JP.
we're not talking about him.
Somebody told that.
No, we're not
You
doing
ever
that.
told a nigga?
All right. All right, if Charlene don't got nothing to talk about, we going to
Wait.
close out with some basketball.
Maybe I had something to talk about.
I gave you a full 45-second solo, and you mumbled lyrics.
And then y'all
Like,
know
people
he
aren't
brought up
listening to this.
JP before I could start even thinking about my thoughts.
You scattered over it.
Okay. I really did have something, y'all. I was thinking about it in the shower. Did y'all hear me fall in the shower?
No, he said I'm trained. Y'all know how to scat? Yeah, nigga, everybody know how to fucking scat. Nigga, what you mean?
Did y'all talk about any pop culture at all,
No, that's why I was asking if you had anything.
or any like, you know, like the usual little fun things y'all do about like guys versus girls and dating, and
We don't really do that.
y'all do it when I come on the show.
Yeah, that's because you be on the show,
So y'all
which, is,
didn't. Oh, well,
which is why I asked.
You want to talk
Okay.
about Taylor Swift?
Oh no, but we could talk about her beef.
Yeah, because they don't fuck with us.
Katy Perry tried to steal Taylor Swift's like #1 backup dancer.
Okay.
And she was like, you know, like, it used to be mad love, but now we got problems because it was like, bitch, like, Taylor Swift was like, why the fuck did you?
Is that a thing for her?
No, I swear. I did the research.
No, I don't mean like the diss part. I mean like
Yes, that's what
being
it was
mad at the
about.
backup dancer shit. 'Cause I
It
feel
was
like,
mad because like, why are you trying to slime me from one of my, like, my best, like, my
Yeah,
#1?
But my thing, like, if I'm the backup dancer, like, you're not gonna be on tour forever. Like, I need other jobs.
No, bro, when you
Like, you're
somebody's
not gonna be on
dancer,
tour all year. Like,
Taylor
I can't get another bag.
but it's not about just tour. It's about any performance. Like,
Yeah.
when you got your dancers, you got your dancers. Like,
Yeah.
this was her person. Like, they doing shows. They doing whatever they got to do. Like,
you know
that's
Taylor
just my
Swift
girl.
can't dance, so she needed
No,
backup
once you
dancer.
at a certain point in the industry, once you with somebody, you with them. Like when you, that's your dancer. Like that's their dancer. Like, and that's the
hard.
thing. Yeah, no, that's disrespectful.
It's kind of hard.
Yeah, I think it's crazy.
All right, that's enough on Katy Perry on Taylor Swift in 2024.
I personally fuck with Katy Perry more. I just want to put my 2 cents in there.
I personally also fuck with
Katy Perry got
Katy
nice.
Perry more.
Yeah, listen, they go song for song. Give me Katy Perry.
I don't know that though. I don't know.
I do.
Katy Perry got some joints. Katy, did she do the Super Bowl? Is that the? I'm thinking the right.
She sure did.
Yeah, she was
did.
cooking.
She did.
They've
She's
all
cold.
done a Super Bowl at this point.
Taylor Swift did the bowl.
Back
No,
in
no.
oh,
Not
She was
yet.
there.
Not yet. She's gonna do it next year. If it's not Lil Wayne, it's gonna be Taylor Swift.
Hope it's Drake.
Well, really, if it's not Taylor Swift, it's gonna be Lil Wayne. That's really how you phrase that. All right, NBA playoffs. Let's get this. Oh, wait, I got a quick question. Well, this coincides with basketball. We'll start off like this. First off, condolences to my dogs, Steph Curry, LeBron James, and Kevin Durant. It's been an amazing ride. Thank you for all of your services since 2003, 2009, and 2007. You guys have been amazing to watch, shape the generation of basketball players, true GOATs of the game. But them young niggas.
It's over.
Them young niggas.
It's over, dog.
Them young niggas ain't here to play no games, you
Niggas
feel
don't
me?
give a fuck.
They ain't here to play no
Jamal
games.
Murray said, "Yeah, I used to have LeBron's jersey. Love sending them home."
Fuck them.
Yeah, like
That brings me to my next question. Ish.
Yeah.
Right now, let's say next year, Bron opt out of his LA contract.
Yeah.
KD like, man, fuck Phoenix, trade me.
yeah, which might happen.
And Golden State looking like, I got some cap room. We get rid of Clay. Clay go to Magic. Try to get rid of this contract. We don't got too many people on payroll. Okay. Looking. All right, we get Steph, LeBron, and Kevin Durant on the same team.
Yeah,
Now we playing hypotheticals here. This isn't happening, obviously.
this is some fun shit for sure.
SGA and Jokic on the same team. Both of these three big threes have everything around them they need to be a complete
good role
basketball
players
team.
and shit,
Great role players, everything you need to fit their skill sets. Who would you have?
Yeah, still give me Steph, LeBron, and KD, man. I think Steph would be kind enough to, put that hand out to KD. I'll carry you one more time, type shit. Like, I know you wasn't shit without me, so come on back. And I don't think Braun may go there, but I feel like they should leave that door open for KD. Like, fam, it's been real sad. You know, we could get Clay out of here and come back. But I think just hoops wise in that series, I think they'd rip them niggas apart.
Bro, that's my point. It's like,
beat the shit off them niggas.
so y'all can say what y'all want to about our GOATs, dog. But if they all got on the same team and the young niggas all got on the same team, I'm still riding with the GOATs at the end of the day.
I danced on Braun grave, like, metaphorically, a lot the last couple of days. Braun still hoop, though. Like,
still
Braun
killing.
Still going crazy.
Still killing. Still
it's just
killing.
a little, like, Braun's so funny. It's just little shit that's so funny about LeBron. Like, it's the last game of the season if we lose. Like, could you run back? Like, last game of the season, could you run back and play defense, please?
I'm up a Billy twin.
Yo, did you see him, like, bucket that lady?
Nigga out there losing his mind, bro. LeBron don't give a fuck.
Two for flinching.
All right. Let's get into some quick hitters before we get out of here. It is 10:45 on a Tuesday. We work, emergency pod. Knicks 76ers. Do you believe in the Knicks? Do you believe they can get to the championship?
I think they could 1,000% get to the finals just because how bad the East is. Next round, whoever they play, they'll be hobbled, so they'll probably win.
Yeah.
But I don't think Jalen Brunson. I don't think that's a championship team, for lack of a better word. I think the East is weak. It's definitely a good matchup, but I think whoever come out the West would clobber them.
Okay.
Like, over the head type shit. I think the Western Conference Finals is going to be the finals.
Probably. I believe in the Knicks. I love what I'm seeing from Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson, after the first two games, has been a magnificent.
Fucking dog.
Josh Hart has been magnificent. Real dog, bro. Real dog.
That's why I don't believe. It's crazy. I didn't give a reason why, but the reason I don't believe in him, they got a drug test. Josh Hart's not gonna shoot 70% from three the rest of the year.
Yeah, Josh Hart, the way he's shooting is not sustainable. The minutes they're playing is not sustainable to make a long playoff run. Yeah. But because the East is so hobbled, and now Kristaps Porzingis is missing from Boston, I do think it's definitely a chance they can get all of them out of here because of how hard they play. Yeah. My worry is that they are not able to continue to play as hard as they are as you get to game 14, 15, 20 in the playoffs, and you're in a game six with Boston, and Josh Hart has played 46 minutes in 40 straight basketball games.
Right.
I don't know if that's sustainable, but from what I've seen, just personnel-wise, scheme-wise, yes, they have a chance.
Yeah, I think they're one player away. As much as I love Jalen Brunson, I still feel like they're one player away.
Agree. Lakers, Nuggets. All right, so where do the Lakers go from here?
It's over. Hope Braun leave. And I know it's a crazy thing to say. Hope Braun leave. Because if he stay, y'all going to be in a play-in next year. You'll get sent home first round. It's going to be the same shit. He probably retire, and it's over. But if Braun leave, get some young talent in. We got cap space. We got money. AD still here. Reeves is still here. We can kind of figure it out. But Darvin Ham got to go either way. And I'm not a coach. I'll say this. I am a coach guy. I don't know why I said that. I'm definitely a coach guy. If you're a bad coach, trust I've seen it. And Darvin Ham, that's a bad coach.
I agree. Yeah. Braun got to get out of there, bro. Y'all, Ish told y'all in 2021 when this move was made that they were going to become the Cavs West, and that is exactly what happened. To the T. They became the Cavs of the West. Exactly how the Cavs looked in 2018 is how that team looks now. They just have Anthony Davis instead of Kevin Love. Yeah. I think Braun needs to get out of there. Braun go right off into the sunset somewhere else, and
go home.
The Lakers build around AD and try to get some of their young draft picks, get some of their draft picks back, get some of their young capital back, and try to get some money on the books and try to sign a big free agent because you are LA best franchise in the NBA. Yeah. So somebody's going to come to you. What I do actually think will happen is they will re-sign Braun to a 2-year deal, two-year max. They'll re-sign AD if they need to, and they'll probably have to sign D'Lo because I don't really think they're going to get anything else. And I think they're going to draft Bonnie James and focus for the next 2 years on filling stands and being a fun team instead of really trying to win a championship.
Yeah, it's over.
I truly believe it is over.
Yeah.
Did
we talk about the draft? Did the draft happen before the last episode?
The NFL draft? Yeah, we haven't said a word about it. We haven't said a word about it. Nuggets, Wolves.
Yeah.
This is my NBA Finals. This series right here is my NBA Finals. I have 2 quick questions. Again, I'm trying to get out of here. So we'll get into this more on Friday, probably, or next Monday. But what is the matchup? First, let me ask: How do the Nuggets guard Ant and Cat? How would you? And we're not going to say starting off game on the series. We'll say crunch time for the playoffs. How are you guarding them?
Jokic got to guard Vanderbilt. Aaron Gordon has to guard Ant. And I think that's the thing. Somebody's going to have to play big. Either KCP's going to have to play Ant and play big by himself, or Aaron Gordon's going to have to take him, and someone else is going to have to guard Cat and play big against him, which I think can be done just because Cat isn't the biggest low post presence. I think you put, your smallest guy on damn near Gobert, since it'll be so far. But I don't know how they guard them. I think Minnesota's about to beat the shit out of them, personally.
What I'm going to do if I'm Denver and Mike Malone, I'm going to put Jokic on Gobert.
Yeah.
I am going to put Aaron Gordon on Anthony Edwards because I want Anthony Edwards to see a big body. Right. I don't want Aaron Gordon on him all game because I do think his quickness will become a factor. But I think as the game slows down, you get to a half court, and the help defense will be enough to where
you can load up. Right.
You can load up to his side and all of that. I'm putting Aaron Gordon on Ant, as I said. KCP is guarding Vanderbilt. Michael Porter Jr. is going to guard Cat.
Oh, yeah.
And what I'm going to tell Michael Porter Jr. is let him shoot. Yeah. Now, this may not work if Cat has been hot all game. Right. Obviously, if he has 7 threes in the fourth quarter. Right, but what I am going to tell Michael Porter Jr. is let Cat – we're going to give Cat the 3-ball because he will shoot them out of a game.
And he'll settle for it.
He will start to settle if he starts to see a few go in. So we will live with Cat beating us by hitting 8 threes. Right. And we're going to contain Ant. Yeah. That is what I think their MO will be, is let Cat be the number one option. Yeah. If Cat can be the number one option for 3 or 4 games and we lose, kudos to him. Yeah. But we don't think Cat can be the number one option, so we'll put Michael Porter Jr. on him, give him a step, don't let him post up too much, double him off the post, get him out the ball because he's not the best out-of-post passer.
Right.
And we go from there.
Yeah, I think it's going to be crazy. I'm going to look so stupid in 2 weeks when this doesn't happen. I think the Wolves win in 6 or an uncomfortable 5.
I right now have the Wolves in 7.
Okay.
I think I'm going to say Wolves in 6. Yeah. Timberwolves, Nuggets, I have the Wolves in 6. You're going to say Wolves in 6?
Yeah. And if Anthony Edwards wins this, trust on pushing that best player alive narrative.
Me too.
Trust on pushing that narrative. But I think just to talk about, because we talked about how Denver's going to guard them, Minnesota's defense is just so suffocating.
It is.
And I worry about Jamal Murray coming off the injury. They don't have a ton of ball handlers in Denver. Nope. Reggie Jackson's your backup PG. Like, you don't have a ton of ball. Aaron Gordon don't really dribble. KCP don't dribble. MPJ really don't dribble. I think it'll be very challenging for them to just get into offense.
Me too.
And like for the basketball nerds, everybody always talks about the 04 finals. Like, Kobe and Shaq lost. Oh my God, Kobe and Shaq didn't just get out. They didn't get outplayed. Them niggas just pressed Gary Payton into the fucking dirt. Like, if your play starts at 13 seconds, you're not going to score. And that's what you saw with the Suns last series. They could not cross half. They were setting screens in the backcourt. They were pressing them like it's an AAU team. And what's so great about how their roster is constructed is we talked about the opposite for the Lakers is all their shooters and all their best defenders are different people. Right. No. Minnesota's starting 5 is their best defensive line.
Well, just like Jokic, yeah.
Like Ant, Vanderbilt, Gobert, Cat, and Conley, when they're out there, they're getting great offense and great defense.
Yes.
So I don't know if Denver's going to, and to Jokic's credit, I still give him a chance in this series because he just might be too good.
He might be too good for Gobert, bro.
He just might be too good to lose.
But I do
on some Mahomes shit.
For real. I think they have that X factor. They remind me of the Warriors a lot. They remind me of the Warriors a lot, how they just are able to always stay around, come back in games, get hot at the right times, and just have one of the best players on earth in this beautiful offense that's run through him.
And a top 5 PG. I'm kidding.
The Wolves and Suns, though. Yeah. What does Phoenix do from here? Oh, you got 3 guys worth $150 million. You can't really pay anybody else. Don't have any young draft capital. Don't have any draft capital. Where do they go from here?
So I've been shitting on KD a lot because it's going to get worse. Because somebody got to go. And we drafted Devin Booker. And this is Devin Booker City. Devin Booker just got a shoe. And Bradley Beal got a no trade clause. So somebody got to go. Somebody who don't think he fit there. Somebody that's unhappy with his place in the offense. Somebody who's already past his prime, making a little too much money maybe. It's going to be KD. KD has to go somewhere. I think they're going to trade Kevin Durant. No funny shit. I think a couple months are going to go by. I'd be surprised if it was July 4th, like one of the Warriors, like the first time. But I would not be surprised if a month before training camp, it's like, oh yeah, Kevin Durant's going to be traded one more time.
I do think Kevin Durant is out of there. I don't think Kevin Durant starts next season in Phoenix. Yeah. If he does, Bradley Beal is not there. Right. Somebody is off of that team next year, or they're going to do the same thing. Yeah. I said it at the beginning of the fucking year. You can't win without a point guard.
Yeah, no.
That's not how basketball is played, bro. You cannot win without a point guard. I don't care how good your scorers are. I don't care how good Devin Booker, Kevin Durant is able to facilitate. I don't care if they average 7 assists a game. You need a point guard to get your best scorers the ball in positions that they like. That is why you have Kevin Durant complaining about the offense, because they don't have a point guard that knows how he likes the ball. Yeah. Devin Booker's natural position is a point guard, so his first thing isn't to get KD the ball, it's to go kill.
Yeah.
So it's hard for him to get in the rhythm of doing both, because that's not what he's ever had to do. You cannot win without a point guard. I did hear that was a front office decision and not a Frank Vogel decision, but whatever it is, that has to be fixed. But here's a catch. They don't got no money to pay nobody.
Yeah. But I'm glad you mentioned Frank Vogel, because Frank Vogel's probably going to be fired again for the second time on some shit that's not his fault. But I really want to, just speak to the Bradley Beal shit, the in the locker room, rolling their eyes. Fam, y'all are getting the brakes beat off of y'all on national television by some niggas talking mad shit to you who couldn't wait to beat the brakes off you. Why are y'all rolling y'all eyes like y'all too good to be coached? Y'all playing like shit. Frank Vogel is a championship coach. Y'all ass. What you mean you rolling your eyes, Bradley Beal? What is, fam, the clip of Bradley Beal in the playoffs, ignoring him when he come off the court, Bradley Beal. Nigga, what do you know anything about doing in the playoffs? Just put up your worst game. We're not going to get swept. And then put up your worst game of the season. They said it was pouring fent on him. They said, I'm pouring fent on you.
I'm pouring fentanyl on Bradley.
Like that. The ego.
The ego, the audacity.
Yeah. You're not the reason this team ass. Because you're the reason this team ass. This team was not this bad before you, Bradley Beal. You got to think about that. This team was better with DeAndre Ayton than it is with Bradley Beal.
Hello.
And listen, we do a lot of victory laps. We were so right about that Bradley Beal shit. I don't even got to take it no further for real. I can't believe y'all niggas even questioned who was better, the first ballot Hall of Famer or the nigga who couldn't make it out the dog. That is one of them things has aged so well. Niggas be like, wow, that was an argument. Yes, it was.
What's understood ain't got to be explained.
Yo, niggas was like, man, if Klay Thompson had his own team, they'd suck. Wizards picked first for 4 straight years. The Wizards suck.
OKC Pelicans. Can OKC come out the West?
No, not at all. I think OKC is good though. I don't think they have enough to come out the West. I think the Pelicans are just, and I think watching the Pelicans game kind of showed me that. Fam, we were so right about OKC. If the Lakers would have called OKC,
they wouldn't blame them niggas.
Yeah,
OKC is like that.
Yeah,
I love OKC.
Yeah.
Only problem I have with OKC is they got to see Minnesota to Denver. Right. I give them a chance against the Mavericks and the Clippers because of how inconsistent the Mavericks are on a game-to-game basis. Yeah. And same thing with the Clippers. They both have the same problem, which is why I love the series so much. They are both inconsistent in stretches throughout the game, similar to the Lakers.
In the same game. That's what the crazy part is.
Yes.
Niggas don't understand. Wow, they came back from 30. Do you know who the Clippers are? Have you ever watched the Clippers?
Have you ever watched the Clippers play a game, dog?
The niggas are the most hot and cold niggas ever.
They went down, and I was like, all right, I'm going to go to the store. I was like, by halftime, I'm going to go to the store, take a nap. Yeah. I'm going to wake up, and by the fourth quarter, it's going to be a tie game. Right. Guess what happened?
Yeah.
And I am giving OKC a fighter's chance to get to the finals because OKC has one of the 10 best players in basketball, a guy that is automatic from the mid-range, and a number 2 who is almost as automatic from the mid-range and is a number 3 who is a stretch 5, and they all complement each other perfectly. Right. So I do think they have a chance to get to the finals, but it's going to be hard for them to beat Denver or Minnesota, who's had playoff experiences and lows.
And I'm sorry, Chet, because this is kind of, I don't want to be like the anti-chat guy while being the Wemby guy, but like I'm not sure if they can rebound.
Nope.
The way they'll need to.
Exactly.
Versus Jokic.
Exactly.
Versus Gobert. Shit, both versus Daniel Gafford and,
Yes.
and the other big they got. Like, I think as you go farther in the playoffs, there are things that you cannot have happen, and second chance points is one of those.
Yes, one of the biggest ones, honestly. Second chance points and turnovers. You can't have them.
Facts.
All right, last question before we get out of here. Mavs and Clippers.
Yeah.
Tied at 2-2. Inconsistent play on both sides, but high level play on both sides as well.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kyrie, for letting niggas know who the fuck you are.
Yeah.
And you should get that Team USA spot, even though you should already have one. But you'll get that team. Hopefully, you get that Team USA spot instead of when Kawhi is ruled out. Do you think the Clippers win this series, or do you think the Mavericks win this series?
I still think the Mavericks win this series. It's gone kind of how I thought it would.
Mm-hmm.
I thought the Mavericks was going to win in 6. I still think they're going to win in 6. What I've seen from both sides. Did they play today?
They're playing right now, actually.
Oh yeah. I think what I've seen from both sides is kind of what I expected outside of the Kawhi thing. Because I didn't think Kawhi would play, but I also think they're a little better when Kawhi doesn't play, just because he never fucking does.
Right.
Yeah. What? Why does it say it starts at 10, but there's no score?
Oh, maybe they do play tomorrow. Everybody's been playing every other day. So.
No, because they're going back because it's Game 5. They're going back to.
Oh,
so
okay.
I think they'll still win in 6, but what I've seen from the Mavs has been, I'll say, comforting as someone who picked them to go, because as weird as it sounds, I don't think Luka's played a good game yet. I don't think Luka has played, and not like a MVP game. I don't think he's played a good Luka game yet. Right now, they're 2 wins up because Kyrie's fucking ridiculous. And I'm glad you mentioned that, just because, man, it was like 6 or 7 months where niggas was talking about Kyrie like he was not Kyrie Irving. Like, this is one of the best postseason players ever to do it.
Ever.
He just put down the first ever 20-point quarter in a playoff game without missing. It's never been done. It's not one of them shits where Michael creep out. Like, no, nobody's ever did shit like that. Like, he hit 95% effective field goal percentage in transition. He's literally just a one-man offense, and his efficiency is keeping them in these games. And on the other side, and this is just a hater in me, like the harder shit. Like, he not gonna keep shooting 50% on pull-up threes. Like,
Agreed.
We are eagerly awaiting that Harden stinker. And I feel like it's going to be Game 5 because it's always at the worst time possible.
I believe the Mavericks will win this series in 7 games. I believe this Mavericks will win this series in 7 games because I think the Clippers are going to win tomorrow, and I think the Mavericks will win on Thursday when they play. Mm-hmm. But what will separate them in Game 7, when the game is close, Kyrie and Luka will be able to deliver more than James Harden and Paul George will be, and I think it is simple as that. So I am going Mavericks in 7, but I do think the inconsistent play continues on both sides. Yeah. So that is why it gets to 7 games.
Facts. I fuck with that.
Last question before we get out of here. He didn't know I was going to ask this. I didn't know I was going to ask this until about 5 minutes ago. Who are the 5 best players left in the NBA playoffs? I had the question.
In order?
Yeah.
Okay.
In order. I'm going to start back from 5.
Okay.
At 5, I am going to go Jalen Brunson. At 4, I am going to go Jason Tatum. At 3, I am going to go SGA. Mm-hmm. At 2, I am going Anthony Edwards. Okay. And at 1, I am going, of course, Jokic.
Okay. So is this like based off how they're playing now, or
how they're playing now? Just not the whole season. Like, how are they playing now? Yes.
Oh shit. 1, it's crazy. 1, I'm still going Jokic. I'm sorry. I still think he's the best player. 2, I'd go Jalen Brunson.
Okay.
Based on how they're playing this playoffs. 3, I'd go Shea. Fam, I go Kyrie 4.
That's a good one.
I go Kyrie 4.
That's a good one.
5. 5's a tough one. I'm gonna go Jamal Murray.
Fuck it.
I'm gonna go Jamal Murray.
Over Ant?
Oh no, Ant. That's what I knew I was missing.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I completely blanked on Ant. Move Kyrie down. and I go
And at 4, okay. And
that
at 4,
team is
Kyrie at
also
5.
still ridiculous.
Yes. All right. I know Luka isn't on there. Luka has not been playing like a top 5 player in the playoffs.
He hasn't been playing well.
He has not been playing like one. Who else is left? Tyrese Halliburton has not been a top 5 player in the playoffs. If you got one to, Damian Lillard, no. I said Jason Tatum is in my top 5. That's barely scraping over Kyrie. Yeah. I really don't know if I want to keep it there, but I'm going to keep it there for right now because I fuck with Jason Tatum. But, yeah, those would be my top 5 players in the playoffs.
Too, by the way.
And always shout out Coach Spo.
Yeah.
All right. Emergency pod is done.
Before we go, the Falcons at 8.
You got it.
The Falcons at 8. Yeah, let's just do a quick little wrap-up of the draft. As a Patriots fan, we had the third. Was it third? Yeah, we had a third pick or the second pick, whichever one. We didn't get Caleb Williams. Basically, we got the third pick. I'm tricky. So we didn't get Caleb. I didn't want Jaden Daniels. Don't call me racist. I just didn't. He's a little guy. No funny shit. Like that video of him getting hit stick. Like that for me is a red flag. You can't protect yourself. Like that was like that's Lamar Jackson 2.0. Niggas have never hit Lamar like that.
No,
just not sustainable. We got Drake May. Shout out Drake May. I'm gonna push that agenda ruthlessly. But the Atlanta Falcons. I told you my parents got back in the country. The first thing my dad was like, so why did they draft Penix? I was like, I don't know. Nobody knows. Nobody fucking knows why they did it. I think the visual of you being a GM, making a pick, and then your owner immediately running in the draft room, like, what the fuck are you doing? It's the funniest shit ever. Like, it's video of this nigga talking to Arthur Blank, like, bro, like, yo, like, that's Michael Penix. Like, no, bro. I don't know what this team is doing. It can't be to win, but it's not like they're trying to lose. It's like they didn't go, like some people are saying they just want to, you want to stay good so you can fill the seats. You didn't get like a high, like I would have got a big name or some shit. Like you just got the biggest name in the draft if you wanted to do that. But like, I feel so bad for Michael Penix.
Me too.
I feel so bad for that young man. Like everybody's talking about it. Like, of course, it's one of the worst draft picks ever made by the same nigga who drafted Kyle Pitts. But for me, I think I'm the best quarterback in college. He could 1,000% think I'm the best quarterback in this class. And if I wasn't hurt, if I didn't have these injuries, niggas would think so too.
Right.
But he believes in his body. He's battled back through his body. He's 24 years old. His dream is to get drafted to play in the NFL. And they said at best, you're playing at 28. You're going to be a rookie at 28.
26.
No, he's 24 now.
He can play in 2 years.
Shit.
Kirk can get out of his contract in 2 years. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Shit, maybe 27 by the time the season.
I said 27. I said 27.
Your first year, you 27 getting starts, and then you not only 27 getting starts, you getting starts for your next contract. You can't fuck around. You gotta hoop that year, or them niggas gonna lowball you. I feel so bad for him.
All right, real quick before we get out of here, bro. I wasn't gonna do this because I didn't feel like I had the energy, but whatever, bro. All right. That was the most frustrating draft pick I have ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah.
Yo.
Show him the shirt. Show him the Atlanta shirt.
Yo, bro. I love the Falcons. I love Atlanta. I love the Falcons. I love the Hawks. I'm not very flamboyant with my fandom of these teams because I don't like to support mediocrity. But I have watched every Falcons game since I was like 10 years old. I love the Falcons. I want them to be good. When they lost the Super Bowl, I took a break from everything and I just had to calm down. But I love the Falcons. What I don't get about the draft pick is there is no justification for what you did, bro.
Yeah.
If your point was, all right, we need a quarterback for the future, then why did you go get Kirk Cousins?
Right.
You knew Penix was going to be there at 10. There was no draft part. Hey,
niggas thought he was going third round.
There was no draft board where anybody was trading up to get within the top 5 to get Penix. So you knew you were going to be able to get Penix at 8. I don't understand why you signed Kirk if you want a young quarterback of the future. If you're saying we wanted to be in win now mode, then why did you not go get a player that helps the quarterback you just paid $180 million for win now? And if your thing is, well, we needed a safety plan because we just went through Desmond Ritter, Marcus Mariota, and Terry Heineke, so we needed a safety plan just in case Kirk Cousins got hurt. Then why did you sign a 39-year-old quarterback coming off a torn Achilles?
And why is his backup had 2 knee replacements before he was 25?
Like, what are you doing?
It's the weirdest.
It's no justification of it. The only justification that you have is the Falcons just want to make sure they're good.
Yeah.
Because they've been tired of being mediocre. So they don't take any chances to go be great. They just are okay with being good. Winning 9 or 10 games, going to the playoffs and losing their first playoff game so they can say they won a trash-ass division.
Yeah.
It's a disgrace to the city of Atlanta. It's a disgrace to the fans that are diehard, that be in the stands paying $300, $500 for the tickets. You wasted a top 10 draft pick on a quarterback. In 4 years, you wasted 4 top 10 picks.
In a row.
You went tight end when you could have got Justin Fields to come after Matt Ryan after 2 years. When he was 21, 22, you could have had a 24-year-old Justin Fields that had sat behind a veteran, a potential Hall of Fame quarterback. And you drafted a tight end. The next year, you went and dropped you went and drafted the 3rd best receiver in the draft. The year after that, you went in the top 10 and got a running back that you didn't give the ball to. And then the next year, you sign a quarterback to $180 million and then draft another quarterback.
I've never seen no shit like it.
What the
And shout out to Chris, because, listen, I'm always the Falcons hater guy. I'm always because 2 months ago, and you was in the chat, I was telling niggas, why are we only firing the coach? Get the fucking GM out of here, too. He don't know what he's doing. No. Okay, it's been 4 drafts, and every single draft pick you can argue has been a bad one. You can argue every single draft pick has either been a reach or a bad draft pick. The only one you damn near can't argue is Behan, and y'all wouldn't give Behan the fucking ball. And shit, I think Jahmyr Gibbs might be better. Drake London, no matter what you think about Drake London, he's not a top 20 receiver right now. He's not a top 25 receiver.
George Pickens might be. Guess who was in that draft?
Oh, God. Kyle Pitts, fam. Kyle Pitts.
Jamar Chase.
Yo, you said, Kyle Pitts, if you took Kyle Pitts' best season, his best season, 1,500 yards, 7 touchdowns. Let's say, like, peak Kyle Pitts. If he was Travis Kelce, his best season would be 1,700 yards and 15 touchdowns. It's a bad Jamar Chase year. You know who else was in that draft? Jalen Waddle. Got picked after him. Wasn't Devontae Smith in that draft too?
Sure was.
Heisman winner, wide receiver?
Sure was.
Man, this is an old one for, like, long time niggas who listen to the show. It's a reason bad teams are bad.
Simple as that.
Yep.
This has been episode 74, sorry. We are the show about 75 next week. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, 75 next week. We might be dropping Friday. If Drake drop again, we will be recording the episode this week, even if it's only like 35, 40 minutes.
We should do a Cinco de Mayo episode.
So, if this is a song, we're going to have to... Oh, okay.
Thank God. I got to turn this homework in.
Yeah, it's got to turn some homework in, and I got a 45-minute drive. I love y'all. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. I didn't say it at the beginning, but please subscribe, like, comment. We love you. You are amazing. Salute.
And thanks for coming to my MTV Cribs again.